laptop yet because mans don't need to now. Yeah, mans don't need to now. Yeah, I mean, mans don't need to now. But
mans like me don't need to.
We still got to welcome everyone to the show. True North Views Podcast, episode 104, Toronto's unofficial podcast discussing hip hop, R&B, and the culture. As usual, I go by the name of Harris.
And y'all know me, the Skirt Master, Mr. Triple Double himself, no assist, stealing 70 mil from the TTC, and I'm an NBA champion. You can call me Shola, and as usual, we are giving you our views from the perspective of a couple of first-generation Canadians.
Wow. How convenient. How convenient.
Hold on.
Cheese.
I was trying to make a chain out of that, but I tried.
A for effort.
And if at first you don't succeed, try and try again. Now, of course, let's tell the people where they can find us. You can follow us. Oh, the YouTube is finally official in terms of the domain name.
Jeez.
Because we had a domain name for a minute.
Yes.
And then it took it away. Because you have to have certain,
certain
and not even to say they took it away. It's like, it's almost like, did it ever set up?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Never was it.
So when I was telling people, at True North Views on YouTube, technically it wasn't at True North Views. But I am happy to say that you can follow us at True North Views on everything.
Hey,
on Instagram,
everywhere.
On Twitter, and on YouTube.
And on Google. That's our website.
Facebook is still True North Views Podcast.
Yo, someone beat us. Website.
But that's a different story, right? Exactly. So follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, follow us on YouTube at True North Views. The views have been going up across the board.
Yes.
Quite a few posts that we had this week on Instagram that hit. So, of course, Instagram, you're going to find 60-second sound bites from the week, certain themed
and
topics.
And on Twitter, too.
And it does go onto Twitter as well. But certain themed topics or just whatever we discussed during the week. Yeah. I know we talked about Griselda just in general being an underrated, or not an underrated group, sorry. Yes, a lot of people like talking about that.
Guap Dad.
Oh, shout out to Guap Dad 4000. That's why I said
and Twitter.
Shout out to Guap Dad 4000. He retweeted us for one of our recent posts last week. Check out at True North Views to find out which post that is.
People don't listen because they were going in like, oh, how dare they say? Like, no one said anything bad about it. We don't know which way he's going.
What was a little bit more interesting to me was that I'm curious if Guap Dad listened to the rest of the audio.
I know. Did he just retweet?
I'm curious. No, I'm curious. I think he at least bumped the clip.
Yeah, he definitely bumped the clip.
We could be wrong. I think he bumped the clip at least.
He did if he retweeted it because he did say, "What do you guys think?"
He's like, what do you guys think?
Exactly.
But it was a real good discussion that we had there. Another post that did pretty well last week was the Verzuz question of if it's too big for Instagram Live.
And you know what? Speaking of Verzuz, I'm going to add something to keep her leak. You probably saw it already, but
I did, and yeah, I know exactly what you're gonna add. But the viewers don't. Actually, they do. Now they'll have to. You know what I'm saying? So check the timestamp.
Right.
Check the timestamps. Check our YouTube. And every time I'm telling you, man, the episodes are going up.
Check our YouTube.
The views are going up. I'm telling you, man. On Twitter, of course, you're gonna find random tweets, random retweets, likes, topics of the day, hashtag of the day. Again, being retweeted by people like Guapdad 4000 every once in a while. That's pretty cool. Go check out our Twitter for that, and of course on our YouTube you are gonna find our full audio and visual experience that the True North Views podcast is. Otherwise, if you're listening to this on DSPs, we still appreciate you. So of course, look for True North Views podcast on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, on Radio Public, on every platform that you can think of, wherever you prefer to listen to your podcasts. We are on there. So please check us out, rate, comment, subscribe, share that word. Super appreciate it.
Yes, we do.
You know what I'm saying? So I guess before we officially get started in terms of the music potpourri, let's obviously do kind of our themed pre-potpourri since this whole coronavirus.
Yes.
Corona check. What's new in the mind? What's Corona time? It's Corona time. What's new in the mind? What's new in the heart, body, soul? What are you trying? What's up?
So quarantine is pretty much over for me because Dougie Ford, shout out to Dougie Ford or Dougie Fresh. Pretty much my industry is going back to work. So And I was technically never out of work. I used to went to work into the office every day, Monday to Friday.
So
8 to 5.
do you equate quarantine with your work schedule? What I mean by that is, and nothing wrong with that. What I mean by that is, of course, I mean, nothing else is open. So aren't you still in quarantine?
I am, but like after work is when I have the most time. But it's not like I was really doing anything after work anyway beforehand.
True.
So it wasn't like this quarantine freed up more time. It did free up more time, I guess, on the weekends. And because, you're not going out to see people.
Right.
But it's not like it freed up significantly more time that all of a sudden, like, I still know what day of the week it is. Like some people try. I know every day of the week.
Man, people know what day of the week it is, man.
I know what time it is.
Twitter just be tweeting. You know that. Tweeters
So,
be tweeting.
But I'm not complaining, I got my money, so I'm not complaining. I'm getting paid. But I am trying to free up some time. I'm realizing I can create more free time.
Okay.
So
That's a big realization.
And, I can always create more free time.
Not always, but yeah.
Nothing special in the quarantine, to be honest.
Still haven't done the guitar.
No, that's still a work.
Slacking.
Actually, I was looking for I'm looking for a few pieces. That's why.
Pieces, okay.
Because I moved all. I don't know. It's in different drawers in my room. I gotta find the pick. I gotta find, the thing to put on top.
I don't know.
I don't know what it's called exactly. Like, I gotta find.
I don't know none of that shit.
But how's your quarantine going?
Well, I did find an app.
Jeez, out of the 665 million in the App Store.
I did find an app to learn piano.
Jeez, is it actually helping?
And I thought to myself, how am I going to go along with this thing? It took me like 5 days to finally fire the app up. And it said, do you have a grand piano or do you have a keyboard? So I'm going through the screens. I have a keyboard. And it's like, the notifications, permissions, and stuff like that. It says, do you want to give this app permission for sound? And I'm like, why do you need sound for? And it's like, because it can hear the shit I'm playing, compare it to the app, and see if I'm playing it right.
Oh, that's kind of sick.
So it's like, press your middle C, press your middle C. So
I
went to the middle of the keyboard.
Yeah.
And found the C button, right? Which is technically my C4, I guess, my C3, I guess, right? It's like wrong. I'm like, what the fuck? That's the middle. You said middle. Wrong. But because it has the ability to recognize sound, I had to go up one to my C2. Because that was kind of the middle according to them. I don't know if it's just... I don't know if I have to configure the app further specifically for 61 keys. Or
see, that's what I was thinking.
However many keys I have.
Maybe it wasn't realizing how many keys.
Or if it's just the sound. Like, that is a mid-C sound and this keyboard is... You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, slightly limited on the deeper notes, let's call it, right?
It doesn't have all the functions.
Exactly, and I know that it's not a full grand piano.
You're not out here trying to be Mozart
or John Legend, or Alicia Keys. Right? Yeah, I mean, but no. So I mean, I started that, so it's pretty cool to see an app be fluent. I mean, I talked about being willing to pay.
You did,
and I mean, if it came to that point, I would consider it. Like, I'm pretty satisfied with what the app has been showing me.
So you like it so far?
So far liking it. So definitely carrying along with that. Otherwise, we'll probably get to what are we binging at some point. But I've been binging the fuck out of Insecure. The fuck.
I need to start that.
I haven't. I watched the first 2 episodes. I didn't start it for the first time.
I thought the first 2 episodes when it first aired. I watched the first 2 episodes. And I was like, I need more of this.
4 days ago, like. Insecure was one of those like Game of Thrones type shows to me, and I don't mean comparing the show. I mean people talk about it, so I ain't check. Or better example, This Is Us. I am not watching This Is Us. I'm sorry.
You're gonna cry.
I am not watching This Is Us. What's the point?
It's a drama.
I don't need a drama show. I'll watch a thriller drama, like drama thriller.
Yeah, it's meant for the ladies, man. The ladies love that.
So it was kind of like that. I'm just hating, I'm just choosing to hate.
Yeah, of course. We all do that.
We all do it. Why not? But so I'm like, you know what, man? Why am I hating for, man? It's Insecure. It's Issa Rae. I like Issa Rae.
Exactly.
Like, she's funny.
Support everything black.
And this is a black show for some black people.
Support everything black. Do you watch Black as Fuck?
No, that's next. Okay. I'm 100% watching that next. Speaking of binge bills, right? So I'm like, 4 days ago, I'm gonna start the show. Season 1 Netflix or Crave, I guess.
Crave, yeah.
Season 2, I'm like, fuck, I gotta find it on,
Only season 1's on Crave.
On some other avenues.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I figured out. Shout out to my Android TV.
It does have it.
It got everything.
Jeez,
on deck. So I've been binging the fuck out of Insecure. Okay. I finished season 3 last night. And the the real time is season 4, episode 4.
Yeah.
And I'm on season 4, episode 1.
Jeez,
and I started the series 3 days ago. So
it's all 30-minute episodes, right?
Yeah, like 35 minutes here and there. So I've been binging that like crazy. Otherwise, in terms of quarantine, I've actually had a pretty productive week just in general.
Shout out to you, man.
A lot of good connections being made, a lot of future True North Views podcast material to come out. I want to give a few shout outs because these are conversations that will happen. I want to shout out Nat Starr as a rapper. Him and I are definitely going to have a conversation about a project that he released called Elevated. Is it called Elevated? Is it? I do apologize if it's not called Elevated. Hold on. It's called Elevated. It is called Elevated. So, we're going to have a conversation about that. And I had another very interesting conversation with a gentleman by the name of Mike Regis. He is a filmmaker.
Okay.
And he came out with a movie, man. He came out with a movie called My 18th Birthday.
He's from Toronto?
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Toronto.
Yeah, from Toronto. I'll read a little bit about this. So My 18th Birthday is set in Toronto. It's during a hot summer's night. I wonder if it was 2016. An 18-year-old teenager named Kevin decides to hang out with questionable friends despite being told otherwise by his overprotective sister. He soon realizes that he should have listened to that one decision that results in one of the most devastating nights of his life. So that sounds like some of that
down King Street.
That sounds like that Netflix type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So he sent me the film. I'm gonna take a look at that.
Send the link.
I'm gonna send the link.
Oh, I want to watch this.
Yeah, I'm gonna send that.
Support everything black.
And we had a conversation, so we're definitely gonna make that happen as well. So both of those interactions happened last week, which is super dope in terms of solidifying those conversations. I had a great opportunity with Six Talk Lit Talk.
Oh yeah, I gotta watch that. Is
it on YouTube? Six Talk Lit.
Is it on YouTube? The video?
Let me tell you the craziest thing.
You gotta run me through this.
Let me tell you.
I'm dying at the video because I'm looking at the video. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be posted. I'm like, yo, is that this guy in the corner? Is that Harris in the corner?
You see me giving the face like, I'm like.
The man goes, but, and then it cuts. I'm like, yo, how you mean, but?
I'm like, but.
Yo, how was that?
Six Talk Lit Talk, man. They're a media company based out of Toronto and the UK.
Yeah, they have a UK.
So it's we're very similar as people.
Yes, bruv. Bruv.
Very similar as people. So I'm glad to see we can kind of move in the same direction from growing with each other from a media perspective. Again, they're a media company. They do several things. I know they're getting into movies. I know they do the kind of panel style discussions. Mm-hmm. They do the podcast style discussions. They're just check them out on YouTube. Six spelled 6 IX.
6IX.
Six Talk Lit Talk. Go check them out. So I had an opportunity to be a part of that. Obviously, Toronto Twitter was wildin' over the last week with Toronto R. Kelly. But boy, oh boy. So we had an opportunity to discuss that.
I'm 27. Do you like older men?
It's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I'm 19. Do you like older men? Shout out to people that get that.
DM us on Instagram or Twitter or email or something if you want to ask us what the fuck we're talking about on Toronto Twitter, because if you thought, and I'm not comparing, obviously I'm not comparing, I'm just saying like it's sick. Yes. Sick is sick, right? If you thought the Duce shit was sick.
What's the Duce shit?
Christylezz?
See, I don't know why I'm with Christylezz. I saw his name everywhere, but I wasn't sure.
Can we throw that in the notes then?
Let's throw that in. Where do you want to put that?
Just throw it anywhere. It don't matter.
So keep throwing what you're talking about.
Yeah, that'll just be anecdotal at this point. If you thought that was bad, that Toronto R. Kelly shit was goddamn, man. Fuck. But yeah, no, like I said, going back to my week, just kind of hitting on strides. A few Instagram posts hit, like I said. Getting the Guap Dad retweet. A few great conversations just in terms of advancing True North Views as well. And just work is going like clockwork at this point, right? So things are going well. Can't really complain. I know I said 2-3 weeks ago I was feeling uninspired. Kind of like I said, just back to being sharp now. So happy to kind of have a productive week show for that. You know what I'm saying? But that's really it for my week. Let's see what this week brings us. Now that, again, we'll talk about it at post-potpourri, but now that country's kind of opening up again.
Kinda, yeah.
As of May 4th, when you hear this episode. But yeah.
So Six Talk hasn't posted the episode yet. Because he said tonight on that post. But
so I didn't talk about that. My bad. The sound messed up.
Oh.
So we tried doing it on House Party. And I remember at the time I was thinking, shouldn't we go Zoom?
I know. I need to use.
But house party's
Zoom,
house party, right? House party's easy. Everyone has it.
That's true. Just an app.
It's quick.
Like,
a screen record should do it.
Yeah.
Right? If a screen record works for IG Live, why shouldn't a screen record work for house party?
Why not?
Whereas Zoom is a little bit more.
And Zoom, I think you have like a limit if you don't pay a certain amount. If I'm not mistaken.
I have no clue about that. See, I don't even know about that.
Right.
But we tried house party. Apparently, the audio didn't save.
Oh, so you see people's moving, but like let's move with no audio.
I don't know what happened with it, but
so are you allowed to talk about it at least?
Well, I mean, yeah, why not? I mean, I'm not gonna go in depth.
Yeah, not in depth.
But...
It's like no, because people don't know. I don't know what they do other than a bunch of people talking. And what are they like? What did you guys talk about?
So we talked about what was happening on Toronto Twitter.
Okay.
In conjunction with essentially the Christylezz situation had opened it up on a bigger scale, and then the Toronto thing happened shortly after. So we were talking about men lying about their age in terms of coercion and manipulation.
Yes.
And we were just having that general conversation of men making women uncomfortable and who's the onus on. Because a lot of people are saying, the woman, don't put yourself in those situations. And I'm like, fam, can we focus on the men for a second? Like,
I know what you're saying.
But at the same time, I understood their perspective. I get it.
It's you can't only victim blame, but you also have to like
focus on the problem.
Yes, exactly.
And that's really what it was. Is that it wasn't like I wasn't even trying to say like, hey guys, there's no point of talking about what women should do. I was like, no. We need to like the more we take away the light of what men should do.
Yeah.
The more we're saying it's okay of what these men are doing. Mm-hmm. So yes, I understand women should not put themselves in situation X, Y, and Z.
But men should also not.
But how about we just put all focus on what the men are doing?
And what men should not do. So if women are in that situation, we don't come out looking bad. At least
not looking bad, are bad.
Exactly.
I'm not, and because it doesn't apply to all of us. This applies obviously to the ones that are doing it.
The ones that are one, exactly.
So it's like, don't do that shit.
Exactly.
Whether the woman's there or not.
And then now if the woman's doing her shit, now we can blame her and say, look, we're trying to do our shit over here, and now you're trying to force us, you know.
So we're getting a lot into that type of discussion. I can definitely see some future conversations to arise there, without a doubt. And very intentionally and very successfully, I have made this the longest pre-potpourri to date. So we are going to get into this music potpourri.
Let's go music.
Right? Let's get into this music potpourri. Of course, we are going to talk about all things hip-hop, news, R&B, and the culture. Going to get into a couple Keep It or Leak It's. We're going to get into some shout-outs from there. Then I'm going to talk about what new music has come out for the week and what did we actually listen to. And then we're going to let you know in general what exactly is in our rotation. Maybe it's a project from a few weeks ago that did not get some shine. Mm-hmm. Maybe it was a project from last week that we just can't stop listening to. Yep. Maybe it's old songs. Maybe it's playlists. We're going to let you know sort of where our head is at. So let's start with Lil Wayne. Young Money Radio. I saw this on IG Live because I don't follow Lil Wayne.
I don't follow Lil Wayne.
I don't follow Lil Wayne, right?
I'm pretty sure he uses like one of those like companies to run his social media. That's why I don't follow people. I think.
Yeah, I agree with you. So
I'm losing the points.
But then I saw a notification on my IG because I am obviously a part of Blank Canvas Creatives as well. BKC, go follow that on everywhere. BKC Network.
Yes, sir.
Lil Tunechi's live. I'm like, what the fuck?
No,
why is Lil Wayne live?
This guy's old. Well,
sure.
Not old, but okay.
Bet. Click, right? I see him sitting there, Nicki Minaj style, but to host a radio show. I'm like,
yo, this guy's serious.
This motherfucker got his own Queen Radio. This is crazy.
Yeah.
She's like, yo, it's Tunechi, man. Welcome to Young Money Radio. I'm like, what the fuck? So I tweet. I'm like, yo, Lil Wayne is on. And he's like, episode 2.
Oh, so he's been doing, well, not been doing, but
this guy's been. I'm like, oh, so this is not brand new.
It's not a one-time thing, too.
So apparently this is a thing. I mean, I don't know where it's streamed. It could be an Apple thing.
On a surprise message drop called Young Money's podcast on Beats One.
Okay, yeah, Apple. There you go. Beats One. I figured it. The Nicki package, right?
Pretty much.
So he was on Young Money Radio. At that point, I saw what it was about. So I'm like, I'm not about to watch that. Yeah. I'm not about to watch somebody do a show and someone recording a man doing a show. Like, No, I'm gonna watch the
But
show.
you're watching the show.
I was like, but you're watching like it's like watching us with all the lights in the background and shit. Like,
And then watching
no,
your YouTube video.
I'm gonna
when
go on
it's
YouTube
done,
and I'm gonna
it's
search
done.
True Interviews Podcast episode 104.
Let me watch the whole produced.
Exactly. I'm
Nice
not gonna
quality.
go on IG Live, see all the lights in the background and shit. I'm not doing that. No thanks.
I'm dead.
So I got out of there. Whatever. I didn't obviously see what it was about.
How
But
many people
then
were in the chat or in the reviews when you were in there?
very beginning 5, 6, 7,000. So a reasonable number, but nothing crazy. Right.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
not like, oh my god, the whole world's gotta be here. But
saw.
it was enough intrigue to for a lot of people to click it right away. And Lil Wayne, I was gonna say Little Tunchi, and Lil Wayne did a very interesting interview with Drake apparently throughout the duration of this show, and we caught an article on it. So let's talk about this a little bit. So apparently, like you said earlier, on the occasion of his surprise mixtape drop, Drake called into Lil Wayne's Young Money podcast on Beats One. In a conversation with his mentor, Drizzy, gave us some insider info about his Dark Lane demo tapes record, and he got candid about a myriad of issues from fatherhood to family to coming up in the industry. On the episode, Lil Wayne and Drake also recounted a fond memory of the late Kobe Bryant.
Rip.
So it's presented as in us Q&A style. I have not looked through this yet. I think you breezed through it. What questions, what responses, what do you want to talk about?
On why Drake chose to post pictures of his son. He said he just felt time was now, time was necessary. You know, what did you think about Drake posting pictures? I know we talked about it, but did you ever say what you thought about it?
I mean, the kid's 2 years old, right?
The way I saw it,
fine.
the way I saw it was like he was just kind of like, I'd rather tell you who my kid is than some paparazzi guy from 10 miles away be showing you pictures of my kid. That's what I see. Because if I'm like, that's what I'll do. I'm like, yo, let me beat you guys to this whole media craze that's gonna go crazy.
I just figured, the kid's 2 years old at this point, and okay, when the kid maybe was first born and you were trying to figure things out and paternity tests and whatnot. That's not really the energy that you want to be in
when you're posting about
to be posting these things, right? And now, regardless of how he was revealed, whether it was Pusha T or whether it was gonna be Adidas, regardless of what was going to happen, a year later or a year and a half later, where he assumptuously has a good relationship with the father's
the father's mom with the baby's mother.
You know what I'm trying to say?
I know what you're saying.
Or, assumptuously has a good relationship with her, or at the very least, the energy is good. It's like, the kid's 2, post him, I'm cool with it. It doesn't bother me in any way, shape, or form. No, I know. But that's what I would assume his mentality would be. It's just like, bro, time has gone by, bro. Like, the fuck? From Florida with Love, which is, we'll get into that on Drake's project. Yes. Apparently was inspired by Drake's first time meeting Kobe Bryant. So he said, on the song From Florida with Love, you reminded me of that time I played Lollipop. This is Lil Wayne talking, right? You remind me of the time that I played Lollipop on tour bus for you and the late great Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace to the Black Mamba. Let's see here. He said, I'm already just floored that I'm just sitting here talking to Lil Wayne as he's bleeding. What? Fuck am I listening?
And as he's like bleeding out, getting this angel wing on his. Was he getting a tattoo?
Oh, okay.
He was getting a tattoo.
I read that completely wrong.
I read it too at first. You gotta read the whole sentence to understand it. If you try reading it partially, you're like, wait, what?
I'm already just floored that I'm sitting here talking to Lil Wayne as he's like bleeding out, getting his angel wing tattoo on his side. And the next thing I know, Kobe Bryant walks into the bus. And he came in to pick up an iPod because at the time, that's how we gave athletes music on iPods.
That's a flex.
That's crazy.
That's a flex.
Kobe came on the bus to pick up
Lil Wayne's like, yo, here you go. Kobe.
There goes that's
$300 right there. Just listen to 2 albums.
A little iPad shuffle. Because you don't know the names of the songs, right? So you just got to get an iPod shuffle. You'd be all right. Just to be in that moment with you and him, it was out of body. It was something that I wanted to write about, especially now. In the second verse, I say that it hurts me that we'll never get to reminisce about that moment. But yeah, rest in peace to Kobe and Gigi. I really got to go back and listen to
Gigi,
that.
her birthday was it yesterday? Or
it was
14th. Oh, not 14th. May 2nd or May 1st?
Something like that. Yeah, I'm not 100%
I think it was May 1st. It was May 1st, Friday, May 1st. So, happy birthday.
Lil Wayne also talked about dropping the Dark Lane demo tapes, or that they had the conversation about it. And I mean, we'll get into that later, so I actually won't even touch on that now.
Upcoming music, we'll get into that later too.
Yeah. On Lil Wayne's Insane Music Vault.
We all know what Lil Wayne's vault is super deep.
Lil Wayne said to Drake, I make songs for the moment, like right after a movie moment, like right in the middle of a movie, like right before a movie, the conversation, etc. Drake explained, you got so many joints, bro. You got so many joints. So many songs that I like. I remember one of the biggest things in life was reminding you of the songs, trying to figure out what month's hard drive the song that I was looking for was on, because you have so many of them. It's insane. So just a great shared moment between Drake and Lil Wayne.
We never really see them talk together.
That's the thing, right? Is we are very aware of their relationship, and Drake speaks very openly. He said it on the tape, right? It was Drake, Baby, and Tez that brought me where I am, right?
He said it.
Drake, Baby, and Tez. Wayne, Baby, and Tez that brought me where I am. I know. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Then this moment happened. They talked about making music with one another. Yeah. You played that.
I did.
You had it more organized than I did. I don't know what I'm about to play. So is it like, do I gotta?
Oh, I just played the first one. I played the second one. Yeah.
First
and
second.
They're not even related. Like they're two separate clips.
Okay.
Last thing, I got one question. The world want to know. Mac want to know. My mom want to know. My mom want to know. When is we gonna get a people another joint, man? Me and you, bro. Come on now,
bro.
I'm ready anytime.
Let me explain to the people. Though. Now, something about me and Drizzy songs that we do together. We are both perfectionists.
Yes.
So it's not like, you send me a joint and I'm gonna throw a verse on there and
right.
So we don't work like that. So that's why you might be asking if you're a fan, you might be like, but you just finished talking to Khaled about 1 billion features. That's because when there's a feat, I do that. It's in my me and this guy, what I mean, it's serious, so we So it's a bit
we got a standard we gotta live up to, and we got a track record and a legacy we gotta always protect. And then on top of that, it's like we have this thing.
The next one, do I even need to play the next one?
You don't need to play it. It's just them saying, you heard it where you're just saying, give me the weekend and I'll get you some music back or something like that.
Yeah. Actually, no, that one, I did want to play that one. Okay. Actually, I did want to play it because that one was actually, I found more interesting, to be honest.
That was more interesting, but it didn't really give more information.
If I'm going to send you a joint and I'm going to go first of all, I already know. It's like, all right, I know this man's about to go crazy on me. So, and I feel like it's like, these are like moments where we truly in rap we don't get to play, we don't like, there's no score to define a winner, or there's no championship game. So these are the moments of competition.
But it is a competition. I was about to say
but it is a
technical. It's still strategic. It is very much competition.
Yes, sir. Well, look, on that note, you have my word as a man. And Mac, you can hold me to this when we get off the phone. I'm going to be in the studio. What's today? Friday. I'm going to be in the studio all weekend. I'm by midweek or early or maybe Monday night, you will have at least 2 joints.
Say less.
Yes.
Say less.
Say less.
Say
less. From
Toronto? That, like I said, that was actually the clip that I was more intrigued about because a few things. Firstly, even just with them talking, I really respect the dynamic. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Like,
you can see the respect.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's real life respect right there.
Yeah.
And Lil Wayne, I like that he was the one that's like, but it still is competent. Like, don't, like, you're on top of the world, but I'll still smack you. I'll still smack you up. Like,
remember, I'm still the greatest rapper alive.
Get this right. I'll still smack you up. And again, I like how Drake can go at his idol, mentor, whatever you want to title him as, and kind of go with him with the same energy, like Kobe Mike in a lot of ways, right?
98 also.
So I really appreciated just that interaction, that exchange.
And to end, all I'm going to say on this is, it's something The Weeknd said, because he was in an interview and they asked him why him and Drake haven't made an album together, and this was a few years ago, and he said, it's just not yet time for me. He's like, we both want to be at the top of our craft. Mm-hmm. Then we'll go, like, he's like, wouldn't you rather 2 of the best or two of the upcoming. He's like, would you rather? And he's like, of course we would rather two of the best. So he's like, that's what we're waiting on. And then he hit me with the J. Cole and Kendrick. I'm like, maybe that's what they're waiting on. Like, yo, we're not waiting till we're up and coming. We're waiting till like Kanye, Jay-Z level where we're guaranteed the best.
Yeah.
So, you know what? I'm not rushing. I don't want Drake to take your time, you know, and give us some quality ass shit when they know they are the best. They are the shit.
Yeah, I mean, it almost has that boxing dynamic to it to some degree. I mean, we know boxing is a little bit more corruption, too many bodies type of thing.
You don't think just the music industry is not corruption?
Of course. But, I mean, for anyone that follows current boxing, there's a reason why Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia have not fought yet. There's a reason why...
Because the money will be more when they are... And that's exactly...
There's a reason why Floyd Pacquiao, although, again, you could argue they should have fought earlier. 6 years ago. And yes, they were both at the top and both would have made the same money. And yes, that fight did happen too late. But more importantly, the fight didn't happen too early, is what I'm trying to go with that, right? So, you know, you have that dynamic between... and just going back to, you know, taking Weekend out of it for a second, going right back to Wayne Drake.
Weekend was just the person that said it. That's why I brought it up.
This is something that we spoke about, right? When we talked about, you know, we've had multiple discussions surrounding Drake, Lil Wayne. Why haven't they made music together? And for as much as we've speculated, we have said, bro, they have a dynamic where it's like you can't just send me the verse, put it together.
Exactly. They need to be in the studio together.
We assumed studio together. Now, the way Drake made it sound is like, I'm going to send you something, and they're just perfectionists at sending. And
they're probably always on the phone with each other, like, yo,
exactly.
we're not in the same city. It's probably hard for them to
so that's maybe where we got it wrong, but I think we're right in a sense where it's like, nah, they have like it has to be a synergy.
Exactly.
That's really what it is.
They don't just like send me a track, send me a verse and put it together. It's not like that. And
that speaks to their greatness, man. It really does. And it almost makes me appreciate their collabs more. Because you appreciate, like, it's like Royce and Eminem, regardless of how you feel about any rapper in any time. I'm not the biggest Eminem fan, and that is not Eminem hate. That is just not me listening to a lot of his music.
But it is.
I'm loving every feature him and every track him and Royce do together because they work together. Yes. It's a synergy. It's something. It's 1 + 1 equating to 3, and that's what Drake and Lil Wayne do.
I got you.
It's like carry the. I do want to move on though.
Yes, let's go on this Lil Cool J you wrote there.
The first, I wrote Lil Cool J.
I just edited.
Lil Cool J. Oh, that's terrible. This was the first note that I wrote because I was afraid that quarantine was going to give us zero news for the week.
It almost did.
But I will mention it. Oh my God. LL Cool J. Lil Cool. Oh man.
I read that right now. And I was like,
yo, fuck. I might have to write that down. Lil Cool J.
Lil Cool J.
Lil Cool J. That might be the name of the episode. Lil Cool J. LL Cool J says the following. This is via BET. LL Cool J says that he has paved the way for rappers to do love songs. How far does your music knowledge go to have a discussion about this?
I know enough about LL Cool J to know, like, yeah, sure, he did do a bunch of lovey-dovey songs, and technically he was a rapper.
I'm just gonna say I fully agree with him.
But
he made "I Need Love." He made that.
I agree with him. In that
he made "I Need Love." How did he not pave the way for? He was a sex symbol in the '80s. He was the biggest star on the planet. Late '80s, early '90s, or late '80s. Mid '80s, late. You know what I'm saying? But he was a sex symbol. He was a mega star. And he made "I Need Love." Of course, that's right. Of course, that's like how is any who? Where did he come up with this? Like, why is he saying this? This is all I want to know.
Someone probably asked him on a Zoom interview because there's all these Zoom interviews going around.
Yeah, exactly. Let me, I guess, read some of this and see if we can get to an origin here. LL Cool J has stated in the past that he is the GOAT.
I respect it.
Don't laugh though, because we have to respect LL Cool J.
No,
but
I respect it.
LL Cool J being the GOAT to me is like calling like Oscar Robertson the GOAT. Like
I'm not laughing at him
for the '60s. I'm sure, but
that's why I'm laughing.
But listen, man, like, LeBron is out and Jordan.
I give you your credit. You had your time. You did your thing, and I respect your confidence.
That's like Dr. J saying, "I'm the greatest."
Like, Hey, man,
Like, listen, man.
You did your thing. You had your time.
In that era,
you had 2
maybe.
years in the league where you were probably the greatest.
And then Larry came.
And
That
then
was-
Magic.
In the ABA, it was all you.
Exactly.
But
You see Magic play though? You
So-
see Kareem?
LL Cool J has stated in the past that he is a GOAT, of course, or the GOAT. But now he is saying it again for a different reason. The rapper turned actor says that he pioneered being able to incorporate aspects of the heart into rap songs and still be respected. Now that I agree with. The Queens-born rap icon did an interview with Complex from under quarantine in his home, of course, like you said, where he spoke about his journey through the music industry. During the interview, the host, Speedy Mormon, okay, so touched on how his career would have helped pave. Touched on how his career helped pave the way for other rappers to do love songs with the release of I Need Love in '87. Although the track is considered a classic nowadays, LL said he got a lot of backlash back then for going against traditional hip-hop norms, even though the song was a huge hit at the time. Obviously, don't need to read the rest of this. So this is just a random, for lack of a better word, complex art interview, discussion with LL. I agree with him. I can see how back then it would have had backlash. I've heard, stories of just music in that era, of songs that worked in that era, how labels were against them. So that's not a surprise to me at all. And I think he's 100% right. And I think he is a GOAT.
Yeah, I think
the
he's
same
a
way
GOAT.
I think Dr. J is a
a
GOAT.
GOAT,
But
but he's
listen,
not
Larry
the.
Legend, Magic, Kareem,
LeBron,
LeBron, Kobe.
No offense, but there's levels to this shit.
Damn, I can't believe we're really doing it to LL. It's all good. Let's talk about Keep It or Leak It, though, man.
Yes, keep it or leak it.
Keep It or Leak It. Now, I saw you post this, and I did not want to click the link until now. So please, if you can introduce it.
Okay, so LeBron tweeted the other day a 5-second video of him with a hat on, and the hat had the new Space Jam logo. And right after that, the Space Jam, I guess, marketing team released the official image of the Space Jam logo.
Jeez.
It's called Space Jam: The New Legacy.
Cheese! Hold on!
I said that because I want to look at it.
It's the sequel to Michael Jordan's 1996 classic Space Jam. Expected to be released in...
By 96, Dr. J was no longer the GOAT.
He was not. 96 was clearly MJ's GOAT. Period.
Oh, man.
If you were fighting that at that point, you were not watching basketball.
Okay, so I'm looking at this for the first time. What are you asking me? Keep It or Leak what? The logo?
No, just
Or the movie?
The movie. Well, I was going to explain the movie and then say keep or leak. So let me finish.
Oh, my
the
fault. Go
movie. To be released in June of 2021. They're already in post-production because it's going to continue on with the half live action, half classic cartoon, and the future stars like Anthony Davis,
Okay.
Christopher Paul,
Okay. That makes
Damian Lillard,
sense. Okay.
Klay Thompson,
Okay.
Elena Delana Dawn.
Okay.
That's all I know for now.
That's fire.
Oh wait, no, sorry, I lie. Dinah Taurasi,
Oh, DT the GOAT,
the
baby.
Ogumake sisters,
Who?
Chenny and Neka.
I don't
They're
know.
fire still.
Are they rookies?
No, they're
2-year
like,
pros?
no, they're a few years in the league, but both of them are like all stars now.
Of
and they're
course.
sisters.
That's what every rookie's all-star now. It's just a whole new wave of talent.
Yo, it really is.
Fuck.
Yeah, Sabrina Nuesco or whatever her name is, she's about to be an all-star.
Fuck.
But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Don Cheadle's in it and Sequoia, Martin Green. Star lineup. So, and it's produced by the Russo brothers. Wait, the Russo brothers?
That sounds familiar.
The Russo brothers want to do all the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
That's good then. They're
Yeah.
good with high budget movies.
Yeah, of course it's high
So-
budget. It's LeBron.
It is. LeBron's already half the
He hasn't
budget.
been in LA for no reason.
So
I saw a thing that said LeBron's guaranteed career earnings, $420 million so far. LeBron's guaranteed career what do you call it, sponsorship? What do you call it, things?
sponsorships.
Nah, man, when he has an endorsement.
Endorsement?
Yeah. Like when he has what you call
Right?
LeBron's guaranteed career earnings from endorsements, $1.7 billion.
Well, yeah, he already has a lifetime with Nike.
Yep.
Like Nike's paying him till they die.
Yep.
And that's the only one we know of. He probably has lifetime with a few other brands.
That's crazy.
So shout out to LeBron. But keep our league, Space Jam 2.
You know what, man? When this was first talked about in general, I wasn't a huge fan of it. Here we go. It worked, Mike.
I think it's because there's no basketball on right
this,
now.
that.
And you're watching the MJ. Are you watching the MJ doc? You are
I
watching the
am.
MJ
I am.
documentary.
I
So maybe
don't
it's
think
that.
it's that. I just the way that like when you were saying the characters and check our YouTube. Please check our YouTube. This is a legitimate
feeling
reason.
it.
For real this time. Look at my facial reactions around the 38-minute mark. as he mentions the names, because as you were saying each one, I kid you not,
Your eyes were getting brighter and brighter.
I was envisioning them in the 96 version, and I'm like, they work. Clay in 96 works. AD in the 96 version. CP in the 96 version. Don Cheadle in the 96 version. Everyone that you're saying, I'm like, these motherfuckers fit. So what that tells me is that LeBron ain't joking with this.
He's not. He got all the names.
He is not joking with this. And quarantine's making me watch more cinema, so I am more appreciative of cinema. So why the fuck not, man? I want this. Leak this.
Leak.
100% leak.
Next one, Gunna. He says his album's releasing sometime in May. He just tweeted 5/space/2020. Keep or leak Gunna's project. I won't call it an album. I don't know what it is.
I won't say keep because he's not garbage, but I mean, like, I'm cool.
I'm with you. I'm exactly what you said.
Like, I feel like when it was Gunna and Lil Baby, I didn't want to hear Lil Baby.
You wanted to hear because Gunna had it.
I wanted to hear Gunna.
But Lil Baby took something.
And now I'm like, Gunna, it's okay, man. It's
Yeah,
alright.
Lil Baby took it. Drake announced that his 6th studio album
666
is releasing in summer 2020.
I want my chips with the dip. That's all I know.
And as you heard in Lil Wayne tape, he's working on it. He's in the stew every day. Keep or leak.
That's 100% leak, man. 100% leak. And I know we'll elaborate on it a little bit more maybe with the mixtape release, which for whatever reason, why don't people understand it's a mixtape? What do you call this body of work? Drake called it a mixtape.
It's not an album. Who thought it's an album? Listen to it. It's not an album.
Oh my god.
Well,
Anyways, man, that's a leak, and I think we'll get into a little bit more
we
detail.
probably will.
At
That's
the
why I'm not
time.
really trying to dig too much into any of the Drake things. We know he's come out second
Yup.
time already.
Yep.
And last keep it or leak it. I already know your answer for this. The first Femit forward on the Verzuz battle, which is Erykah Badu versus Jillian Scott, May 9, 7 p.m. Instagram Live. Are you there or are you square?
So I'm there for sure.
Okay.
May 9th. What I'm curious about is what is Femit forward supposed to be like a play on of? Like pay it forward? Like,
I wasn't sure. I'm
like Femit
pay it forward, Femit forward. It has to be paid forward, right?
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know what they were going with.
I don't know. I'm excited for this because for several reasons. I love Erykah Badu.
I try to hate her, but I can't.
She's
when I was
just,
younger, I tried to
like,
hate her. I'm like, nah, she's too weird. I'm like,
I love
she's
Erykah
nice.
Badu, man. She has the greatest lineup of baby fathers in history.
Yo, for real, yo. You're right. The baby daddy lineup is a good starting. It's a Hall of Fame starting 5.
And I think, we're gonna see remnants of, and I'm not even comparing these people to these two legends. I'm just saying remnants of what we got in respective battles. We're gonna see a little bit of John Tay Austin, gentleman type, appreciative, fan of the fan.
Yes.
Fan of the other artist.
You're definitely gonna get that.
I think we're gonna get a little bit of Neo, where it's like, oh shit, you made this, damn,
Yeah.
in the studio.
No, what you just did, I could see Erykah Badu doing. She over exaggerates shit like
Exactly.
that. That's an Erykah Badu thing.
We're gonna get a little bit of Boy Wonder.
Boy Wonder.
We're gonna get a lot of bit of Boy Wonder because Erykah Badu is about to talk some slick shit.
She is.
And the craziest part about this, now don't get me wrong, I do believe Erykah Badu has the bigger catalog. Jill Scott ain't no slouch.
Don't sleep on Jill Scott.
And she can talk her shit, and she can be in
back
the
it
same
up.
sarcastic
Yep.
space, and she can, like, all
Her
the
interviews
thing,
are
like
unique.
all the gems that we
personality.
think are gonna come solely from Badu are almost equally going to come from
Jill
from
has
Jill Scott.
personality too.
So it's like, even if you don't know any of the songs, if you just want to see two mature, beautiful women talking that slick shit to each other over their classics,
Yeah. Right?
where else do you want to go?
That's a good one. That's a good one. Let me-
You know what
let
I'm
me play my
saying?
shit right now.
It's like, yeah, that's alright. I remember I fucked Andre 3000 in this one.
Yo, she's
Like,
going
I can see
she's
that.
going to say
you know what I'm
something like
saying?
that.
Like, I
Erykah
can
Badu's
see
wild
some
like
shit like
that.
that, man.
She's wild like that though. Like everything you're saying, I'm like, yeah, she's going to say.
And then you're gonna see, another baby father, and you're gonna see Jay Electronica in the chat, like, yo, I'm out. Like,
they're gonna say, oh yeah, we fucked this song.
I think it's gonna be some good shit going on. What's interesting is that they
That's
are
funny.
resorting to IG Live still. because again, we will get into
shout out. It's actually next topic.
Shout outs, and yeah, let's lead that in there. So let's get right into the shout outs in that case. Part of the reason why we're surprised about the Verzuz is because where this shout out is going, it's something that we've discussed quite some time. In fact, he's been in the shout out for like 5 weeks in a row now at this point. Something that we anticipated, something that we discussed, something that we saw coming. Tory Lanez, let's give him a round of applause first and foremost.
Hold on.
Quarantine.
Hold on. Hold on.
The fact that that's not a robot still like
amazes me.
Still
amazes me. We're giving a shout out to Tory Lanez for a lot of reasons. Really, we talked about just everything he's doing during quarantine, since being free from his label. We've been very confident in his team for quite some time now. And he's showing it, and he just continues to show it, right? So Tory Lanez, he teamed up with YouTube, and he says that he has new tech for artists to do live home concerts.
I believe that.
He did a home concert this past week.
Oh, he did?
I didn't see it. I didn't watch it. I wasn't there for it. But it looked crazy. I was like, holy shit.
I need like a website that tells me everything that's happening on Instagram Live every day.
True,
there's so
podcast.
much shit going on.
You know what I was gonna do? Real shit, but I was gonna do a daily pod, fam. The daily IG Live pod. But I'm like, nigga, I don't care. I don't want to follow this myself.
I don't want to listen to this.
So you're welcome, whoever heard that and is gonna run with that. Take it. That's how you know my thoughts are valuable, because I'm giving you that one. So again, he did the YouTube thing. And we talked about Verzuz being too big for IG Live. Yep. And I said, doesn't it kind of take away the magic? I completely forgot about YouTube.
Yeah, because YouTube does have
the live section, and you see the comments come in just as fast. And in fact, you see the comments on the side panel with a full scroll rather than 3 comments at a time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So I'm like, oh shit, that'll work.
But
so
the Instagram Live thing, remember the whole Instagram thing was. It's the fact that it's on Instagram. Like Instagram has that.
But yes and no. I almost don't care because
no one really cares.
We almost use YouTube. Like YouTube is almost that social media platform nowadays. I feel like it's an amalgamation nowadays of social media and streaming.
It is, but like even for celebrities, I guess using it's just different. Like you're not gonna see celebrities commenting like Instagram.
I don't know about that because you didn't expect celebrities to go on Instagram Live.
Oh, I did. They've been doing that. Even
before it happened. I'm talking about DJ D Nice. I'm talking about when all the celebrities were in DJ D Nice's chat.
I've watched Instagram Lives with celebrities. You should watch a Drake Instagram Live once and see how many celebrities are in there.
No, you're right. You're completely right. And funny because we are going to get into
Drake Instagram Live.
Drake Instagram Live stuff a little bit later on. But I do want to talk about, like I said, the Tory Lanez. Just to give a little bit more detail surrounding that, I just want to open it up on my phone here. So, the question that Hot 97 asks, the Hot 97 article, is Tory Lanez the quarantine superhero? For some, Tory Lanez has saved them from boredom over the last few weeks with his quarantine radio. Although it nearly got shut down completely due to violating Instagram's nudity policy, which he didn't, Tory was able to convince the giants at IG to keep his show going. Tory even got offered, and this is where the initial shout out comes in, he even got offered a 30-minute segment on MTV, and is still unclear if he will accept that deal or not.
Stop.
Yes.
Would that change? Like now you see Tory Lanez in quarantine radio on MTV. Do you think that would change some of the magic?
I think MTV would ruin it.
Okay, I agree with you. I just wanted to see what
because now we're talking network television, and now we're talking
SEC and FCC rules.
Well, not even fuck the SEC, FCC, fuck all of that.
No, there are rules. Though.
I know that, but we're getting into start, record, stop, start, record, stop. No, it just needs to play.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So
we don't need.
You can just on YouTube. You can record, play. IG Live, record, play.
We don't need like a manufacturer.
MTV is wilding out.
MTV's gonna produce it.
It's wilding out.
Yeah. There's gonna become segments.
Quarantine.
All right, we're back on commercial.
Quarantine. We'll be back in a moment, guys. We'll be back.
Hold on.
Don't change channel.
Don't change that channel. We'll be back.
Hold on.
Quarantine.
Hold on.
You're right. Wild
That's
Wild
what it
Nuts.
would be if it was MTV, right? So I'm not really for that. So he took to IG to make his big announcement. He said, "This is an innovation never seen before, where fans can interact with an artist firsthand, request favorite songs, change the lighting, personalize how they want it to look and feel." He continued to say, "To all my artist friends, I know this pandemic is probably messing up your show money and the experience for your fans. As y'all know, I've always been an innovator. Tomorrow is the first time ever that me and at YouTube are getting together to create a brand new technology for live shows from home, and everything will be live. Hopefully this works tomorrow, because if it does, this is history. To the fans, you will be able to connect with your favorite artist for songs that you want to hear, or pin your comment or customize anything that on the artist set. This is going to be a lot of fun." So yeah, I mean,
Did you watch it?
I did not watch it. I saw some clips of it.
Did it seem
Le
like-
proper.
Le proper.
Le
sick.
proper still.
Shout out to Tory Lanez, man.
Le proper still.
Man's been a hustler.
And you know what was
Since Toronto
interesting?
days.
I didn't even, obviously we don't read what we post prior to. We want, because we
wanna
want to
give
react
guys
real
the
time.
real reaction.
This is the magic that we just spilled our secret. But
Take that too.
when Diddy went live over the weekend or on Friday, and I showed it to you, it intrigues me because I checked it at first and it was just an empty room.
Yeah.
Icy blue
Rich man
LED lights, Ciroc in the middle,
$500 million net worth house.
right? 6,000 people in the room, and I came out. I'm like, I'm not checking for that. And he put a pinned comment that said, Ciroc chill day or something like that.
Of course he
I'm
will.
just making some shit up, right?
Of course he will.
And I checked it 10 minutes later, and it was the same thing.
Ciroc chill day?
And just no one in the background.
Oh.
Icy blue light.
Is he speaking or
Elevator
anything?
type music.
He's not
And
talking?
elevator type music in the black way. No one speaking. No program per se.
Huh.
I'm like, what's going on here? So that, it's curious. I'm curious about it. I'm curious about that setup with what Tory just said.
Okay.
Is there some kind of smart technology that's going to lead to Diddy saying, "Yo, I'm on live, have a blast"? This is like Twitch playing Pokemon games. I don't know if you remember the legendary story of Twitch plays Pokemon Yellow or Red. Forget which one it is.
So someone just plays and everyone just comments? Or what's
Well, I don't know. It was just a room
with
music, icy blue LEDs on,
and that's it.
and a Ciroc in the middle of the table. And if Tory Lanez is saying we have the ability to make fans change the lighting, change the music, request music, is there a play there? That's all. I'm curious.
You
That's all.
You could be on something.
I'm curious. That's where my brain goes ultimately.
You're on some. Is that it for shoutouts?
Yeah.
All right, that's it then.
Let's get into that new music.
New music.
New music, of course. We're gonna let you guys know what comes out. Shout out to Boosie Fade Boosie for providing that list of songs that have come out, or songs, albums, and videos, I should say, that has come out for the week. Let's get right into it. In terms of albums, obviously we have the Drake Dark Lane demo tapes.
Sir.
We got Jon Connor with SOS. Mozzy came out with Beyond Bulletproof. I thought this came out last week. I actually didn't double check, but El Camino with the Minotaur. I don't know how to say that.
Minotaur. Yeah, you're right.
Minotaur, right? I'm like, I always want to say Minotaur.
No, you're right. Minotaur.
Minotaur.
Minotaur is Jamaican.
Reese LaFleur came out with Diva
Reese
Volume
LaFleur.
1.
That name sounds familiar.
Yeah, it does. JoJo came out with Good to Know.
JoJo.
Lil Baby with the My Turn Deluxe version.
yeah.
This is like 6 weeks later.
Yeah, I didn't even listen to it. I didn't even know which songs
Neither did
were
I.
which.
Neither did I. Rock Marciano came out with Pimp Instrumentals.
Rock Mercy.
Hit
Boy.
Oh yeah, Hit Boy.
came out with the Chauncey Hollis project. Is that his real name?
I assume. No disrespect to Hit
Just
Boy, but
asking.
I got all the hits, boy. And that is volume 4 of that project.
Oh.
He came out with 2 volumes last year, 2019,
Okay.
and this is the second installment
Shout out to
from
him.
this year. It's 4th installment overall.
Fahim.
Uh,
That's all I know.
Yeah, that was it for albums for me. So a slower week, thankfully.
I was anticipating a big week.
I was dizzy
I
last
was like,
week.
I can't do another last week.
I was so dizzy last week. It's insane. In terms of singles, we have JPEG Mafia with Bodyguard. We have Megan Thee Stallion with Savage.
I'm a savage.
Featuring Beyonce.
Beyonce's Gucci.
Kehlani came out with one called FNMU.
FNMU.
Brandy came out with Baby Mama featuring Chance the Rapper.
Isn't she a baby mama for someone?
Who? Notorious B.I.G. There was an unreleased track that came out called Bastard Child.
Oh shit! It's on DSPs.
I haven't checked it out. Actually, I haven't looked at it for myself.
Okay. I want to listen to that.
So I'm gonna see if it is on DSPs. I hope so.
Damn, a new Biggie track. How many years after he's dead?
Crazy.
I like the song.
Damn. Speaking of Chance,
I didn't even see the song. Chance the Rapper, Instagram song 8, featuring Lil Wayne and Young Thug. That sounds hard.
That sounds like it's gonna be pushed by
record by the independent record label.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna check that out.
Code of the Friend came out with one. Oh, I gotta check this one out. Code of the Friend, Joey Badass and Boss. It's called BQE. I've talked about Code of the Friend a few weeks ago.
I think
8-9 weeks ago.
I listened to one of his songs, one of his projects because of
yeah, pretty solid, pretty solid.
You know
Trey Songz came out with one called Back Home featuring Summer Walker.
I actually listened to this.
Summer sounds phenomenal on that one. I haven't listened to the full record yet. Flying Lotus came out with Black Balloons, the reprise, and that's an instrumental. Lance Skywalker, I'm telling you, man, TDE's up to something, man. Lance Skywalker, yeah, he came out with In the World. Lance Skywalker actually opened when I saw Kendrick. It was actually the TDE Presents tour. Lance Skywalker opened up.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
shout out to Lance.
So he came out with one again, like that one. Like I said, that one's called In the World. Lloyd Banks came out with Hunting Season Freestyle, and holy fuck.
Hard? Okay, I saw it on my list, but I didn't listen to it.
I didn't listen to it, but I did hear it on the Joe Budden podcast.
Like a clip of it?
Yeah.
That's hard. Well, while you find that, I'll just see what else came out. YG, Laugh Now, Cry Later with a K, because, he stayed blooded.
And because he's copying our guy Cordell Watts, who came out with Cry Now, Laugh Later. Which got over 10,000 streams.
First week.
10,000 streams first week.
That's lit. That's lit.
Good for him. Congratulations on that. Let me give him a round of applause there. And of course, he is part of the BKC Network. So like I said, go check that out. Blank Canvas Creatives at BKC Network on Twitter, on Instagram. You already know what it is.
Yep. You still looking?
Yeah, I'm still looking.
All right, Doja Cat came out with Say So remix featuring Nicki Minaj. I think this was a move because of Beyonce and Meg, female, Nicki, Doja. I could be wrong, but that's just me thinking.
Did you see did you see people tweet? People can't just let people live, man. People were tweeting just funny different GIFs, memes, basically saying like Cardi looking for Rihanna, Rihanna chilling as Cardi calls. Like, there's a whole bunch of shit, man.
You were too fast,
let me play this Lloyd Banks. This is crazy.
It's called 100 Season Freestyle.
If you are searching for the right keywords, you should try Keyword Magic Tool by...
That was an ad.
Number might be one of significance. Ask your mother, ratchet wonder. Never had a rapping blunder. Came a long way from that couch with the plastic cover. It's hunting season, Corona mask and an accurate drummer. Your favorites are shook, I've been poking at them this whole time. I get in my zone again, shit it be changing rapidly. They thought I was dead, I rose out the ground of a gold mine. I sympathize for anyone that should come after me. Cool who you want on 10 out of 10, I'ma drag them all. 2020 with 30s, rapper heads on cabin walls. Drop the rest off at Niagara Falls. I've been active the last 2 decades, matching floors. Bloody shoes and matching floors. I got a history of buzzer beaters. Killers get invitations to my game night. Human bones for the puzzle pieces. New York.
No, stop.
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard.
You gotta stop.
That's hard.
Woo! That's crazy.
That shit's hard.
Holy fuck. That was crazy. That was crazy.
Lil TJ came out with Ice Cold. Lil Durk came out with Viral Movement. Waka Flocka Flame came out with Salute Me or Shoot Me 7. So I guess he has 7.
Yeah, he said he was coming back.
Yeah, he shouldn't.
Waka Flocka Flame. He should.
Yeah, I don't think so.
He should. Flame is nice.
Yeah, I don't think it was nice.
Okay, not like nice, because he even said he was shit.
Right, but like, he gets the job done. Like,
you're telling me in this space of mindless music, you don't want Flocka's voice?
Yes, in that case,
as opposed to Lil TJ?
I'll prefer Lil TJ, not gonna lie. Lil TJ is hard. I like Lil TJ. T Grizzly came out with I Spy.
Waka Flocka Flame.
Snoop Dogg and Banda MS came out with. You're the linguistic here. The linguist.
Where are we looking?
Snoop Dogg and second page. Or third
page. Banda MS with Que maldición.
I threw that to you. I didn't even check.
I wasn't even ready. Damn, I wasn't ready.
Another Brandy, Baby Mama featuring.
No, that was just spelled correctly. Machine Gun Kelly came out with Bloody Valentine.
Kelly, Sailor Moon, shouts to Toronto.
Yes. That came out. And that's kind of
all
it.
I really have to say.
Yeah, that's kind of it. In terms of some videos, I do want to say a quick salute to the Sir John Redcorn video, King of the Hill style.
I saw that. I actually watched it just because of the video. It's hard. It's hard. Everyone likes them. And
the Run the Jewels video apparently was really good as well.
Okay.
With DJ Premier in there. That one's called Ooh La La. I do have to watch that.
The Chief Keef Hate Being Sober. Did you hear about that video shoot?
No, I haven't.
So that song came out in like 2011 or something. Long time ago. It was when Chief Keef first blew up. The video was for the song that came out in 2011 or whenever.
Holy shit.
But Chief Keef didn't show up to the video shoot. So now 50 Cent finally released it, but Chief Keef is not in the video.
Wow.
But like you can see like certain spots.
From what year? 11?
It's an old song. It's
11?
This is an old song.
But from 11?
This video got shot. The video was shot around the time the song came out.
But the song came out in 11?
The song came out, yes.
Damn, I thought you were exaggerating.
No, it's that old.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny. So like, there's one scene where like they're in the desert and you can just see 50 Cent standing there, and you know Chief Keef was supposed to be standing beside him because it's just awkward.
Yep.
Funny.
Did you listen to a lot of music? I feel like you didn't.
I didn't. I tried listening to the JoJo and Hit Boy, and yeah, I'll tell you more about that when we get there.
Damn. Okay. So let's let me first start with the Meg Thee Stallion.
Oh, I heard this once.
Fam. I just want to say Beyonce is the best rapper.
Jeez.
Beyonce is the best rapper in the league.
Jeez.
That's all I'm saying.
Better
in
than
the
Kendrick?
league. Kendrick.
Jeez.
Hove. It's funny because like it's funny because I think Dream did some of the writing, and when she said like TikTok on my shit shot OnlyFans or whatever she said, I'm like, that's obviously a Hove cadence. Like, how can you not catch a TikTok on my like that's Hove?
That's a Hove line.
That's
a
Hove
flow.
But someone in the comments was like, "Damn, Dream, you went crazy there." And he's like, "No, that's a Hove bar." Like Hove wrote that part.
we're all in the studio, and Hove was like, "Yo, write this for my woman."
TikTok on my IG Live and my OnlyFans, and
sometimes I feel like Hove probably thinks of a line like, "Nah, it's too elementary for me. I'm gonna give it to like Beyonce."
I'm gonna give that to B. But it's funny because when you listen to Beyonce just on there in general, it's so Hove. It's so Jay-Z. Someone actually compared it to a Wale flow, and I was like, oh, okay, I like that. I like that.
See that.
But she smoked it. We know what Beyonce is. Beyonce's a great performer and elevates things. She does. So I don't care if she didn't write that. I don't give a fuck.
She never admits to writing her own music.
Exactly. That's the funny part.
Shouts to all her writers.
But yeah, no, this Savage song just in general, I mean, it's grown on me really since TikTok. Let's be honest. I hated the song when it came out.
I'm a savage.
We don't love Meg as a rapper per se. She's one of those artists where I definitely love her celebrity a little bit more than her music.
Definitely, yep.
And
she looked pretty.
But this song, she's beautiful too. But this song has been growing on me. Where I'm just like, it's a bop. Like, why am I hating?
Beyonce hopped on it.
Why am I hating on a bop? And then Beyonce came on it. But ever since the Smino freestyle on it.
Oh, I never heard that.
Smino freestyled on that, and I was like, oh shit, he did alright, man. Let me play that real quick.
I play that Smino freestyle.
I'm a savage. Yeah.
Hey, Gucci, Louis, Fendi. Hey, that's not how the song goes.
That is definitely not how it goes. So this one, Smino. This one's called Cabbage.
I don't want anybody.
That's an ad. I don't have premium YouTube.
Your bird, she ain't bad, she pigeon toe. Yo, bitch, a bird, no salmonella on the pole. Try get elected, I'm a legend, she cha-cha slide on me. Eject Dosito, no fuss me, no let her fuck my homie. I'm prominent, no tuxedo, my earth wine on me.
You know how elementary that beat is? Like, that beat is so... There's probably like 3 layers or 4 layers on that beat.
But hey, listen, man, sometimes the mastery is in the simplicity.
That is true.
Right? And it's recognizing that both lyric as the lyricist and as the producer. That's really what makes it the magic. But I enjoyed that one. I mean, it's a good remix. It's on all DSPs. I think it came out on Tidal first. Of course,
Of course.
But yeah, I played that one about 57 times.
Yeah, fair enough.
Play that one about 50 times.
50 long.
I want to talk about Mozzy's project real quick.
I did not bump that.
That one was decent. Pretty decent project. Let me just find the name of that one there. Who that boy? Who that yeah? That one's called Beyond Bulletproof. Like I mentioned. I mean, Mozzy, if you don't listen to him, he just has that grittier voice. Just kind of street hip hop, grittier voice. You know,
he's not TD Dreamville, right?
No.
Oh.
No, you're thinking about
just Cause. I'm trying to think of Cause. Cause the Zeds.
Yeah, the Zeds. and actually that's where my mind was going too. I can see why you'd say that.
Oh, ZZ.
But I mean, I like it. Decent project. Let me play a little bit of that.
I'm a savage.
Some of my shit.
Talk my shit. Blah blah blah. Talk
Okay.
my shit.
Is it because I have Spotify open on my phone?
Gee, oh, it's playing from your phone?
No, it's not playing at all.
That's some weird shit.
Like, welp. Wasn't it just playing?
You literally just played Savage by Smino and Beyonce. That's all your computer knows. It's like,
that's how they took us down with the quickness. Fuck it, I ain't gonna play nothing then. But yeah, no, it's a very decent project. I didn't really get to sit with many projects for any extended period of time, so I can't really say much more for Mozzy's project. But again, it's kind of like I said last week. Nothing to really blow you away, but we really are getting a lot of quality music now, and this fits right into that lane. Beyond Bulletproof by Mozzy, like I said, a little bit more of that street hip hop, rugged type of hip hop lane. If you enjoy that type of music, you'll definitely enjoy Mozzy's project. The next project I want to talk about really quickly as well is Jon Connor.
Jon Connor.
Now, Jon Connor is a name that I know for sure I've seen before.
I've seen
and I'm like, where the fuck have I seen this name before? So I decided to dig a little bit into the information that is Jon Connor. He was on Aftermath with Dr. Dre from 2013, if I'm not mistaken, to like 2019. Never released a project in that time.
Oh, damn.
But he had a lot of mixtapes, and I know that's where I heard him. I feel like I've heard him in that Dat Piff mixtape space. That one is called SOS, like I mentioned. And the way that I even came about this one, this was one of those stumblings upon music where it was like,
so you never heard of Jon Connor before?
I feel like I have.
You definitely have.
But it didn't trigger me in any way when I saw the name.
Okay.
So I'm going through the list of music that came out again by Boosie Fade. Shout out to them. And I'm like, okay, Drake I listened to, Savage I listened to, this I listened to, that I listened to. Jon Connor. Okay, I mean that sounds like something I would probably give a shot.
Listen to.
So I play it. I play track 1.
And one day we looked up, and he was gone.
And I'm like, okay, where are we going with this? Is this gonna be like? Because at this point I have no clue.
You don't know where you're going.
Literally no clue. I'm like, gospel.
This guy thought, wait, Jon Connor. Maybe I heard
hip hop, R&B. Where are we going here?
Nothing left but a bunch of stories about how it used to be.
I'm like, huh? Like a singing, like a sad type of shit. And let me just put the middle of that intro now. Pop.
By this time, you're probably so confused.
Jasmine Sullivan. Like, what am I getting out of this?
I thought this was a guy. Now a woman is singing.
Thank you.
And this is featuring Kelly Price, by the way. She's smoking the thank yous. Hard. The way she's saying thank you right now.
Thank you. Yes, I do. Because I'm so grateful. Thank you.
Now, at this point, I said to myself, okay, this is definitely a gospel feel. Mm-hmm. Are we getting a Chance, Kanye type of... I'm like, okay, I'm not mad. So I let it play, right?
Yeah.
At this point, I'm like, I'm not locked in, but I'm going to let it play.
I'm not gone out.
Exactly. So that plays whatever. The next track is called Thank You, not the intro.
See what they don't understand is, nigga, the last thing I told my little cousin before he passed away is I would...
So I'm like, okay, whatever.
Stop until I did it. So ain't none of these motherfuckers could do to stop me. Nigga, I'm in cell. Hope I run and go and tuck my tail. Hope I stop and hide under a rock and never come from under there. Me no taking L's. This is Connor reporting from off the shelves. I've been waiting to Vic in your fucking tail. Whole summer I'm spitting that murder, nigga.
So he came in like angry, hard.
He did. He came in like he's ready to punch.
I'm like, I'm in. He's from Flint, Michigan.
Jeez.
So he got that street in him for sure. You know it's gonna be a more, again, just experienced style of hip hop. And that's probably the best way to put it. No, I enjoyed this one. You can tell Jon Connor's been in the game for a little minute. You can tell by his pen, by some of the things he's saying, by some of the different features on here. This is just like a fucking quality project. No one that's really known in the mainstream world, like Kid Vicious is on here. I'm trying to read some other names. Dizzy Wright is on here. Dizzy Wright smoked it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I know of him. He was signed to Hopspin's label with Dizzy Wright.
Was he?
Yeah. Because Dizzy Wright used to be signed to Hopspin's label and Jon Connor was signed. And they went on tour together. And when I used to listen to Hopspin, I used to listen to everyone on that label. I can't remember what label it was
I did listen to Hopspin as well.
And I used to listen to other people. And that's where I found Dizzy Wright. And I like Dizzy Wright.
Yeah, Dizzy Wright smoked it. He hasn't
dropped music in a while.
So that one's that's track 11 called Morning Motivation, featuring Dizzy Wright.
It's like a jailbreak. Niggas say they stacking chips but got the stale face. Boy, I'm bad like Michael Jackson with the pale face. You got that nigga, I'm about to take a L face. Never too complex, but I use my gift to the full extent. Never lose my cool, I don't live by rules, niggas too content. If another man tell you how to feed your fam, nigga, use a bitch.
If another man tells you how to feed your fam, nigga, use a
bitch.
Ish. Is he taking shots at?
Hey.
I'll let you finish the sentence in your head there.
If you know, you know. If you don't know, then it's all good.
Yeah. So, like I said, he's really spitting on this. Track 7 is probably my favorite. That one's called The Code.
Feature anyone?
No features.
I need a queen that's so bad she fucking everybody. By the time she fuck me, it don't mean shit. I need a queen that's gon' ride. Need a queen by my side. Need a queen that got pride. She can chill with the squad and she don't fuck up the vibe. I need a queen that's gon' class up. Tell everybody hold their glass up. Me and my queen throwing money.
He's just going off.
That's hard.
Hard.
I just thought it was Thing for a second.
Nip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was Nip for a second. I'm like, oh, yo, this Nip song is hard. I'm like, wait, it's not Nip.
Hard. So that album's called SOS. Fully packed. 18 songs, an hour 17 minutes.
Oof, that's
I have not seen the sub 20 over an hour in a long time.
That's packed.
So he's super packed on here. Like I said, I mean, this is gonna be for those that just appreciate hip hop and don't care about names.
Yeah, makes sense.
Right? Like, oh, I gotta check out that new. No, you want to hear hip hop?
Listen to
press
Jon
play on
Connor
this.
SOS.
Listen to Jon Connor SOS. So I was really surprised by that. Definitely downloaded it and definitely gonna stay in my rotation. I can see that. Where we at here? We're at
JoJo.
hour 13. Okay.
we haven't reached Drake yet.
Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna breeze through this. JoJo. I want to talk about JoJo.
I listened to 3 of these songs.
Okay.
I'm gonna come back to it. Let me just leave it. It wasn't bad, but just I wasn't in the right mood to listen to this.
This project reminded me in a being pleasantly surprised way.
Okay.
Remember that Bieber album 2015?
Purpose.
His
firest album ever.
We bumped that shit and we're like, yo, fam, this shit is fire.
Right, yo, this is the Bieber?
That's how I feel about this JoJo project. Now, we know JoJo, of course, she made that song Leave, Get Out back when she was like 13. And just since then, you know, she's had some issues. Actually, I saw an article here from The Guardian, and they did a decent write-up on her. So Look at Me Now. It's a fitting opening line for Good to Know, which is the name of her project, the 4th studio album from R&B singer JoJo. The artist has been on a storied journey throughout the music industry in the public eye, first emerging as the 13-year-old singer. And then she spent years in legal disputes with her label that prevented her from releasing music. After reigniting her passionate fan base with a string of independent, darker-sounding mixtapes, one of them went viral, which was a Drake cover. She released Mad Love, which was her 3rd album in 2016, but Good to Know, which is her 2020 album, released on her own imprint, Clover Music, so like her own label.
Yeah.
Clover Music, I don't know. With themes of independence and self-knowledge, it carries with it a sense that she has finally arrived as the kind of artist that she was always meant to be.
Okay.
I think that was a decent write-up because I kind of felt the same way. Like, even as JoJo was coming up, she was somebody where I actually like that was like a guilty pleasure in a way where it's like, yo, don't tell no one, but I follow her shit.
Yeah.
It was like that.
I knew when she drops, I never listened to it, but I always knew like she's dropping something or she did an interview somewhere.
And I've always known her to have potential in that way.
Definitely. It was just one of those too young. You know when we talk about doing something too young? That's what it was. Maybe she started making music a little bit later. She wouldn't have gone into this dispute with her record label. Could have had a more consistent output.
Well, I mean, I think even just more importantly, she's young. she is young. She is still young. And I think what this album showed me was that the album showed me that she is here to stay. Like, this is not just, hey, look, I can make something. This is like, no, I'm here to participate in this arena.
Yeah, well, welcome.
I feel like every song was pretty much uniquely its own. I feel like every song was super enjoyable. Every song belongs on some kind of playlist, right?
Oh, okay. Some kind of playlist.
The theme of the album, like you kind of heard it say, independent, you know, coming into her own. Before I read that write-up, the way that I was thinking about it was, she's almost like, yeah, I'm thinking about you, but I'm cool.
I'm good.
Nice. I mean, it's not affecting me, but I mean, I'm being honest with myself. I am thinking about you.
Yeah.
Like, it almost felt like that. So it's interesting to see The Guardian kind of write it up in the same way. Yeah. I'm only going to play back one track. This one's called Comeback featuring Tory Lanez. And tell me if you...
again? This guy's everywhere.
Tell me if you recognize this part. Well, I'll play JoJo's part first.
Only one, baby, when we're making love. No selfish, give me all that. Greedy bitch when I want that. Hit them splits like an acrobat. Talk my shit cause I'm so bad.
So that one, it's going on a playlist. That one went on TNV Presents The Playlist. And I want to play Tory's part because I love the way he came into this one.
Oh
shit. I played it too early. I mean, too late. Yeah.
Look. I want to put you in 7th position for 70. Wait. We already did it, your biggest
mistake. Yo, the way he came in with that.
Hold on.
With lyrics from his own song. I want to put you in 7th position for 70. Wait.
And I was like, wait, I already said that line before.
That was hard. That was super hard the way he did that. But no, this JoJo project, I think, really good. Like, this is not just, it's good, it's cool, I'm going to listen to it, da-da-da. This is really fucking good.
I'll give it a shot.
It's definitely R&B. I wouldn't say it flirts with pop R&B because that is kind of where she's known to be. I would say more so like this. If she normally makes pop R&B, this is definitely the darker, slower realm of that. Okay. As opposed to fully identifying it as that. It's still kind of
like still in the pop.
It still kind of sneaks into pop here and there. But it definitely is that deeper, darker R&B type of feel to it. So I thoroughly enjoyed that. Good to Know by JoJo. Worth a download, worth a listen, worth a playlist, whatever you want to do to that. I'll talk about Hit Boy super quick, and then we'll get into that Drake. So I did not know Hit Boy was coming out with a project. I did not know that this was the 4th installment of a project, and I did not know that he rapped.
I thought you were a strictly producer.
Yeah.
Which is why I did not listen to this.
And this kind of speaks to the power of verses. And I know Hit Boy versus Boy Wonder was not a versus. It was not.
It wasn't?
Actually, I think it was Joe Budden that set it up.
Oh, it was
if I'm not mistaken.
Random, I know you, you know me.
Well, it was like, it was discussed and they know each other, and it was like, let's make this happen. And this was before Versus kind of officially took over in terms of the name itself. But in terms of the project, I pulled up a feature here from Complex, I think it was. Yeah, from Complex. And it describes it pretty well. So, where is it here? It says, Hit Boy ended 2019 with the release of the first 2 parts of the Chauncey Hollis project, and now he's delivered the 3rd and final installment. My bad, version 3, not version 4. This features appearances from Benny the Butcher.
Yeah, I saw that.
Thurs, Kent Money. I don't know how I got money from that. And the project sees the producer flexing his rapping talents as well. Featuring a stripped-back sound that sees the California native embracing his West Coast roots, delivered in a relaxed flow over some distinctively throwback production. What I'm going to add to that, because that's obviously write-up version, what I'm going to basically say to that is this is soul sample type of beats across the board. Okay. You're getting soul samples right off the top. Let me play track 1 on there. Hit Boy. No disrespect to Hit Boy, but I got all the hits, boy. Let's see here. So again, the Chauncey Hollis project. First one called First String.
Great. Liquor spilling as I skate, moving like I work weight, living everything I say. Lessons on lessons, blessings on blessings. Should I guess it's a message and everything.
maybe not. Maybe soul sample is not the word I'm looking for, but you get the what instrument is that, man?
I don't sing that hard.
You know what the fuck I'm talking about. But
I'll remember.
A few records on here that I really did like, and again, I did not know that Hit Boy
got all the hits, boy.
really got all the hits, boy. No, I didn't know that he rapped. A few songs that stood out to me. Track number 2 was called Young and Black. He said, for example, being young and black, man, that shit's like suicide. White man get promoted, black man get crucified. Not mind-blowing lyrics, but he's saying some shit on there. It's like it's like Complex wrote up. It's cool. It's not to say cool, groovy LA shit. It's more so to say cool, soul sample-esque, conscious-esque, somewhere in that realm or somewhere in that spectrum.
Okay.
But at the same time, enjoyable enough where I don't have to take it seriously.
Gotcha.
Right? That's a really great way to put it. The track with Benny the Butcher, that one's called All Business.
All business. It's all business.
That represents what you hear on every. Like it's not soul samples, obviously, because
it's like synthesizers.
Yeah, the synths or I don't know, man, some shit.
Powder in my clothing, load the clip, then unloading. We the realest, you could quote me. I'm back and I'm better, Brody. Made this beat all by my lonely. Wrote this shit all by my lonely. Show up dolly to the stool.
His flow just almost gives me Currency vibes.
I don't like his flow.
But that's what it sounds like. I'm gonna play Benny's part because come on, Benny.
That's your boy.
Time, Nip told the for they firing, who inquiring, chasing down money was tiring, now they wiring, gun smoke in my clothing, they can't never say I folded, put a nigga to sleep and then give his mother roses, 50K in a sofa, got me laughing like the Joker, you sweet the bitch, spent the week with you and broke you, they asked my motivation, of course it's hunger, I walked out of 2019 with Jordan numbers, record label try to sign me, that's where we lost each other, cause I'm really not a rapper, I just talk to hustlers.
That was a bar. Walked out 2019 with Jordan numbers.
Yo, he said I walked out with 2019 with Jordan numbers. What? How do you say that? That's rude.
Well, Jordan technically didn't have all that numbers because when he switched to triangle offense, his production kind of dipped in favor of the offense and everyone else touching the ball. So I don't know if you really want. I'm joking. His bars.
Man, oh man. But even Hit Boy just being able to spit. Like he can spit, whether he's saying profound shit or not. I found myself saying, "Oh, that's a caption. Oh, that's a caption. Oh, that's a caption. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's some good shit that he's saying. So I think a super enjoyable project, the Chauncey Hollis project by Hit Boy. That one is 1,000% worth the listen, and that was one of the ones that I downloaded as well.
I don't see myself
amongst
to this.
all the music that came out. Yeah, I know you don't like real hip hop, but it's all good.
I don't like producers rapping. I don't. Teachers teach. That's how I see it. You know, preachers preach.
Why?
Teachers
What
teach.
is so? What about Kanye? Kanye's your favorite rapper, no?
Yeah. Well, until I get solid production of people saying, "Yo, Hit Boy is one of the best out here," then I'll start listening to it. But I'm not listening to your tapes. If you drop 3 tapes and I haven't heard it, this is the first time I'm hearing.
That's craziness. Damn.
Get better, and then I'll listen to you.
Get better. This guy's acting like he's a rookie. Damn.
He is.
I don't think so. It's not his first time rapping.
Yeah, but he's a producer first. Like I'm not listening to again.
So is Kanye.
Preachers preach, and then
so is Travis.
But then they
so
converted
is
it and it works.
Russ.
They converted.
So is
and
Cole.
It
like
it's not working.
What are you
with
talking
him,
about?
Man. It's not working with him.
Damn, you hate him.
Preachers preach. That's all I'm gonna say.
You hate him.
Teachers teach.
Because everything I played sounded fire.
No, not Hit Boy's parts.
Damn. We got Russian judges up in here.
Russian judges. That's racist.
I do think it's worth a listen. I'm gonna say I am gonna recommend people download that. I don't have a rating per se, but I'm eager to listen to it again.
Okay.
Just to kind of get through it again, listen to the production again, because at the end of the day, it is gonna be, one of the better producers, even if it's an average lyricist.
Production's still gonna be A1.
What's everything Take Keith does? Average lyricist. What's everything? You know what I'm saying? Like,
it really is all about average.
So, at the very least, I'm enjoying the beats out of this. Again, like I said, in that synth-esque, soul-esque type of sound.
I assumed it was just gonna be all beats when I first.
I thought it was.
I was like, oh, it's all instrumental.
And that's why I was pretty excited about it as well. I was like, oh shit.
And that's why I didn't take it seriously at first. Because I saw it, I was like, Hit Boy. I'm like, oh, that's probably just all beats.
No, but I enjoyed that. I think it's worth a listen for sure. I guess we saved the best for last.
Headliners.
Or at least the most popular for last.
Right? The headliner.
The headliner. The headlining album, we dragged you out.
Yes.
How do you say drag in past tense?
Drugged.
Drug?
No.
Because we ain't doing that.
Dragged.
How do you...
Drag.
Dragged? We dragged you out?
I feel like dragged is right, but
I dragged you out. We drugged...
You know what? Let us know.
We dragged you out.
It's definitely not drugged.
It's definitely not drugged.
I'm definitely not drugging nobody.
And I'm not putting that in the title, but I might call it dragged.
Dragged, yeah.
But I was going to put dragged or drugged.
Sounds like we're dragging someone.
It just no, that's fine, but it just doesn't sound like we're speaking English.
It doesn't. Like, yo, I dragged it to the curb.
We
garbage.
dragged you for an hour and a half, and now we're finally getting to the Drake talk.
We drugged you for an hour and a half.
Nope.
No, thank you.
Nope, those words are not coming out of my mouth.
Definitely not.
Not my mouth. Let's talk about Drake, man. The Dark Lane demo tapes.
Yes.
Talk to me about this.
He tweeted or Instagrammed this on Thursdays. Pretty much said he was releasing a bunch of mixtapes and songs that people have been asking for and that have leaked. It was called, or you could just say it, Dark Knight Scary Hours. Oh, sorry. Dark Lane demo tapes.
Dark Knight Scary Hours. I'm dead.
How long was it? 14 songs. I don't have the length here. Well, everyone listened to it, so I assume everyone.
The whole planet listened to it. We ain't even got to tell them about the nuances of the project itself, but only 3 songs leaked?
Only 3 songs were on the leak, and the leak was hard.
Only 3 songs were on the leak.
Yes.
Okay.
And the leak had like 12 songs on it. And there were some harder songs.
He got a lot, man. We talk about that hard drive with Wayne.
Right?
Drake.
It wasn't until the second song. I'm singing the chorus, Givion's part. I'm driving. I'm like, wait, why am I singing this song?
Now I did hear the Giveon one already because I follow Giveon.
That Giveon part. Oh.
I'm telling you, man.
I was like, yo, if this is Giveon, I'm about to go listen to his album.
Giveon for me is like an accelerated version of Snow Allegra now. Has to be.
Is that how he sounds on the album? How he sounded on?
That's how he sounds live.
Okay, I'll
play you a live video right now of him singing the same way.
Because I'm gonna go listen to him. I was like, let me make sure you tell me that's his sound. That's
Yes.
not just because you know some artists they can sound one way and you go listen to the tape. And
That's how he sounds. That baritone.
I like that.
You know what I mean? Like that's how he sounds.
Do you want tickets to the show tonight?
I not all that, but you know.
Do you want tickets to the show? The leaks felt more like an album compared to this.
Okay.
Just
although this one with Drake's comment was intentionally, hey, you guys liked this some shit, we threw it together. So he's intentionally saying like we threw this shit together, right?
No.
Track 2, When to Say When. I love the song Cry sample on there. I'm not doing any Drake playback, by the way.
I still play up beats. 40 played that beat for me.
Yep.
Take that shit down. I like Deep Pockets in the first two because after 2C Slide, I was scared that we're going to get a different Drake coming forward. Like, is Drake changing up his sound all of a sudden?
To just fit what's making money.
Yeah.
The time.
But thank God, when I heard Deep Pockets and when to say when, I was like, okay, yeah, old Drake. Nothing special, but...
I think it was just when I heard this tape in general, I was like, thank you.
Yeah,
because
the whole tape in general, I was going to get at the end of the tape, I was happy it wasn't
yeah.
10 2C Slides.
And again, you heard the leak tapes.
Yes.
I didn't. So I see 2C Slide, I'm seeing all these leaks come out. I'm like, sure, okay, great. And I mean, we know how Drake is. Like, God's Plan, 2C Slide is really much different.
It really is.
When we think about it, it's just God's Plan had a better message. That's really.
I didn't have a message.
That's my point. That's exactly my point.
I just thought about it.
So it's like, I just, like you said, I hope he wasn't becoming too much of a prisoner because he has the ability to have so much longevity because he knows how to be in the moment.
He does.
So you always fear someone who knows how to be in the moment if they're going to be too much in the moment. Yep. So this mixtape for me, and I am going to title it a mixtape. It is. It was refreshing, especially coming off of DJ Critical hype with the Cole and the Thing tape, the Cole Neptune's tape. Also, he announced he's doing Tyler the Creator on Andre 3000 beats.
Ooh.
Okay. I see where that's going. But that kind of got me mixtape mode. The Smino kind of got me mixtape mode. You see, I had to bump the Lloyd Banks before we even talked about music. You did. Because I'm in that grittier, give me the unfiltered music.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of music. Just give it to me unpolished, unfiltered. And that's exactly what this was.
That is what
and that's what this was intended to be.
This was 2019's version of if you're reading this, it's too late. Literally, that's what it was. It was intended to be like, my album's coming out soon. Here's a bunch of projects that are not going to make it that I probably made. And I realized they're not going to make it. So that's what I think he did. Because the Female Foreign song, that's not going to be on his album. No, are you kidding me? Half these songs...
Somebody tweeted, you know when they say, I saw someone said... Or someone said, it's always them.
Yeah.
They're like, someone tweeted, yo, someone said Fivio Foreign raps in point form and I can't unsee it. Like, yo.
Yo, you're right. Now I can't unsee it. Holy. He really does rap in point form.
Oh, man. I can't believe that. That's funny as fuck. What do we want to talk about? Track 8, where he talks about Air Drake. Track 10 with Playboi Carti. Where we want to go?
I'll say track 6, Desires, because that was the leak. Drake knows how to bring out the best Future. Let's put it that way. Like, Future always sounds good on Drake tracks.
Pippin. Yes. Somebody posted that as well.
Shout out to that. And on track 8, Landed.
He's just talking about Air Drake. That's a flex, because he really has a...
The whole song was a flex.
Plain.
He had a few bars, though. One of them was, and I bought that girl a shovel because she's a gold digger, because she's gold digging. I was like, okay. And Drake line.
Yeah, like little simple little one-liners.
He wrote this with a Cartier pen. Do I sound different?
Jeez.
Like, that is a flex. Like,
that's like Big Sean. Big Sean made a video on IG TV, and he's like, just a few couple books I'm reading, and try to leave some notes. I got my Gucci pen. It don't really matter what you got, but
like, why you gotta tell us what type of pen it is?
Like, why do I gotta know that? What
I gotta spend $600 on the pen?
Come on, man.
D4L, Future and Young Thug. That song's a banger, man.
Yeah,
that song's a banger.
Yeah, I really like the whole tape. Really, to be honest.
Let's talk about Carti though, quick.
Yeah, so Playboi Carti.
Everyone was waiting for it. Like,
that's that song, 1993.
Pain 1993.
Pain 1993.
Yes.
So Carti, obviously, his verse is being criticized. People are saying that it's trash.
It's trash.
Pierre Bourne makes him, basically.
Remember, we talked about
You said
this,
that.
Yes.
I remember that. I remember this exact conversation.
But I was saying, he sounds bad on features.
Yeah.
But when he sounds...
And you couldn't, put your finger on it. And you're like, is it Pierre Bourne?
And I was like, well, on Pierre Bourne, because on his albums, he sounds good.
Yeah.
But he did some baby voice. I was like, yo, how old is this kid?
Well, the baby flow is intentional. Thing does it in Toronto. What's his name? Pressa, yeah. It's intentional.
But Carti's was different. Like, Pressa's been doing this for, I don't know. Carti, on this one, he sound like that's different.
Just intentional.
I know it's intentional, but, he's done it before, and it sounded like, okay, when Future does it.
Yeah.
But this one just sounded like he was trying to get even, nasally, nasalier. Like, he was going...
Like Pressa.
Yeah, but this was worse than ever. That's what I'm trying to say. I get he does it. This just sounded worse. It just sounded
this was
horrible.
I mean, yeah.
Drake's part was okay. Okay.
I do want to. I mean, I don't want to bash it because
I'm bashing it. It's horrible.
Before I saw people flame it, I was listening to it. I was like, the LeBron trying to get into bad music.
Yeah.
Bad music meme. But no, I was listening to it. I was like, okay, whatever. I'm fucking with it. I'm cool with it. But I was like, something a little off here. I don't love this part. Nope. And then I saw people flame it, and I'm like, I'm still not flaming it, but I'm like, I can acknowledge, yeah, it wasn't just me that thought this, right?
I heard it and I was like,
but I do want to sit with it more because it could have that. It could have. It could have that ASAP. What was the album called? Testing. It could have that ASAP.
No, not the song, man.
Testing.
Because Testing, at least you were.
I've been trying to get you to listen to Testing for 2 years now.
I did listen to it. Remember, I gave it a shit because you told me don't listen to it as a rapper. Listen to it as a designer who raps.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I get it now.
Oh man.
So I actually did enjoy it after you explained it to me.
That's funny as fuck.
But people were saying it's good. Like you were saying it's good from the beginning. People were saying Testing is good. No one's saying 993. Pain 993 is good.
That's true. Losses, of course, seems to be the favorite for everyone. Immediately it was a favorite for me. That's my favorite type of Drake flow, and that's always going to be my favorite type of Drake flow. That one, the whole second verse is a caption, and the timeline was going off with the caption. He said, "I couldn't sit around and wait. I had to make it happen." He said,
"Those bare bars. I can't remember."
Oh my god, he has so many different bars on there. From Florida with Love. I want to play that one back now. I want to appreciate that one differently.
I know now. I'm looking at it differently,
knowing the story behind it. But that one was a top 2, top 3 song for me on the project at the time. So I'm like, okay, bet, because that's that braggadocious. Like it's almost like more of a shit talk than Landed in my eyes. right?
Okay.
So you said Landed was shit talk. I'm like, no, this is the shit talking one for me because, like, he says a few things, right? So he's like, yeah, I haven't seen the 6 in like a month, but I'm here now or some shit like that. He's like, fuck it, I'm back. Fuck it, I'm back, baby. Where's the love, right? And he's like, rappers that I threw in alley-oop are throwing subs, but they gotta dap me when they see me. That's what's up.
That's a flex.
And it's so true. Like, I can see that being so true. So just a lot of shit. Drake went on Instagram Live last night shortly after the album came out. I think it was like around 12:30.
Oh, I thought it was around 3.
No, I think it was around 12:30. Maybe he stayed on until that time, but it was around 12:30. And I know, fuck. Woo, damn,
that's good.
A lot of things happened on that live between Drake and DJ Academics. So Drake gave Academics a shout out. Academics was live streaming his reaction to Drake live streaming his album listening party, and this happened.
Talk the other day, man. You're allowed on live today.
Hey, on this one way.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! I broke my chair! Let's go!
So he was wilding out. Within that thread as well, apparently DJ Academics, he was opening his Henny bottle.
I saw that. He was rushing, trying to open it, take a shot with Drake. I seen that. Yo, I think this is
there's another thing on that IG live apparently where Drake connected him through, so they were doing the split screen thing, and Academics did like a triple Henny shot in like a baby looking cup just to impress him. And then shortly after, DJ Academics was passing out on live. And every guy's been there before where you're just like, I can see him doing his face where he's like this. You gotta like exercise your face, make sure you're good. Like, wait, I can do what I want to do, right? If I want to move my, okay, I can do that. I can do that. And he's like,
he's passing out.
Some funny shit.
That's a sign, bro. That's a sign.
So, I mean, good for Academics for having his moment, having his Drake shout out nonetheless. I saw Marlon Palmer tweet, Academics is one of the worst Jamaican imports and it still has influence. If that doesn't tell you everything you need to know about Jamaica, then come on now, man. So that's a little slight Jamaican flex. But like I said, really no in-depth for me needed on this. I think with the Drake project, I just really appreciate the fact that I didn't listen to any leaks, even though you said only 3 of them ended up on there. I didn't listen to the leaks. I didn't even bump the Giveon track multiple times. I didn't even bump Tuesday Slide multiple times. I just wanted to have, a fresh feeling of fresh Drake music. Very intentionally, I went headphones for this one. Very intentionally, I was just in it, and I was just enjoying it, man. I really enjoyed this project, and I've listened to it nonstop since.
Oh, it's been in my
nonstop. This is like non-fucking stop.
I'm happy you didn't put all the leaks there. And there's only 3 people I listen to leaks from: Kanye, Lil Wayne, and Drake.
Jeez.
Because those are people that I know, like,
you don't
I
have
want to
Rushmore?
listen to every... Huh?
You don't have a Rushmore, you just have a top 3 in terms of leaks? Leak listens?
Because I don't care about anyone else. Nah. Because those are the only 3 like, I care about. Like, I love their music so much that I want to hear every single thing they put out, even if it's legal or not legal or...
True.
Whatever.
Final music potpourri segment. What's in your rotation?
Yes, sir.
I will start this week. In terms of my rotation, TNV presents The Playlist.
Jeez.
Obviously, I got to listen to it as I edit it to make sure the cadences flow together. I listened to that. I listened to Synthetic Soul by Child. I listened to... I wanted to change it up completely. I was artist searching. Artist shuffle play. Bob Marley and the Wailers. With the LEDs on, with the incense burning.
Back home.
And yeah.
Back home smoking legal.
Meditating.
Yeah. Bob Marley and the Wailers? Yeah. You already know what it is. It was Divine by Alina Baraz. Definitely played that. I was in a Wale mode. Okay. Someone actually posted the J. Cole My Boy verse. And they're like, J. Cole spazzed on this. You know what I'm saying? And I thought about it. I'm like, what are my favorite J. Cole verses? I think it's My Boy, Folgers Crystals, and one other one that I can't remember. But anyways, I wanted to go back and bump that Wale project. So that was Free Lunch. Of course, when he released the 4 EPs, I think it was in 2018. Free Lunch was one of them, and I thoroughly enjoyed that one. And because I was a little bit more in a J. Cole mode, I went back and I bumped the J. Cole 2018 feature playlist.
Okay.
That, there's several of them that exist on Spotify. I bumped some Ransom. Like I talked about Mozzy. I talked about Jon Connor. Just being in that kind of grittier hip hop mood, kind of a realer hip hop mood. Like that's where the headphones are on that Piff when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really. Like, how long did it take me to get acclimated to even Young Thug, right? Like, we talk about that all the time. So I bumped Ransom. Ransom is an artist that I used to listen to a lot of fucking Ransom back in the mixtape days. But he, of course, came out with Director's Cut back in March. It's an EP. There's like 4 songs on there. We touched on it, but we didn't talk about it at the time. And he came out with Director's Cut Scene 2 a month later. Actually, that one came out last week.
Oh.
Right?
A month later, which was last week.
Yeah. So we didn't get a chance to talk about that either. 2 really good projects. Ransom is spazzing on those. Definitely listen to that. I went back and I bumped, like I said, some Wale, the album About Nothing.
Okay.
Played that one. I was listening to Stove God Cooks, and I meant to talk about that actually.
Who?
Stove God Cooks. This is a collab tape that he did with Rock Marciano in terms of production. So you already know it's going to be fire around that subgenre of hip-hop that I'm going to listen to. But Stove God Cooks, just good hip-hop. Listen to it. That one's called Reasonable Drought. I don't have a longer, in-depth dive on that one, just in favor of time. Redemption, of course, by J-Rock. I was very much in a J-Rock mood. This is kind of stemming off of playing the 2018 J. Cole feature playlist when Other Side, Other Mind came on. I listened to, let's see here, Young Thug, So Much Fun, Deluxe. I went back and I bumped that. It was a lot of fun. I went back and I bumped A Written Testimony by Jay Electronica, The Dark Lane Demo Tapes by Drizzy Drake, and I think that's where my rotation technically ends. What is in your rotation, sir?
Jack Harlow, Sweet Action. Love that song. I went back and actually bumped 3 of the 4 songs in Kelly
Uchis.
Yes.
Kelly Uchis.
To Feel Alive EP.
Okay.
I really do like her, man. I know why.
Oh, Kelly
I
Uchis
know
is
why
good,
she's
man.
like.
She's so good.
I know why she's up there.
She's so good.
And I don't know much about her. So I saw on Instagram someone posted that Kids by Mac Miller is finally on DSPs.
Yes.
So it's not the mixtape I was looking for. That's not the one with Donald Trump, but I went back and bumped this because a long time ago. It dropped 2010. It turned back some memories, but ripped to Mac Miller. That was Kids by Mac Miller, one of his first mixtapes. Then I went down an Eminem bag. I don't know why. I just didn't know what to listen to, and I wanted to listen to something that I don't know what was just different. So I went and bumped to Relapse.
Okay.
And even though Relapse is one of his worst albums.
Yeah.
If not his worst album.
Okay.
But I actually like it. Like, I like the topic because it's just stupid topic. Like,
listen,
it's nonsensical music. Like, I don't take it serious. It's like, I laugh at what he says, but I think it's funny. Pretty much. Then I went to bump the Marshall Mathers LP2. Then I went to go bump Recovery by Eminem again.
So you went in?
Yes, I went a little bit in. Goat World by Nate Smalls is on my list. One back there. 12 a.m. in Atlanta 2. That's DJ Drama and 24 Hours.
Yeah. I was like, 20?
It's funny you said So Much Fun because I actually went back and bumped So Much Fun.
Deluxe?
No, just the regular.
Green cover?
I didn't watch the deluxe. Because I didn't have the deluxe downloaded. For some reason, I only had the green cover downloaded.
Interesting. Hey, yo, Spotify be deleting your shit.
You think so? Because I feel like they are too.
Right? Yo, nothing's on my list no more.
Once I downloaded it here, I went to my car, opened my list, and I was like, it's not down. I'm like, I saw you downloading.
I'm like, I saw it.
Yes.
I know for sure. I know for 1,000%.
I saw the green going. I get to my car. It was the Tory Lanez album. I went to my car. I'm like, yo, why is it not downloaded?
And for me, it'll be like the most arbitrary shit that I know I have. Like Kanye, Twisted Fantasy.
Right?
Not downloaded. I'm like, what the fuck?
Who does not have that saved?
The fuck?
I started to delete stuff to make room. And
I think
try
so.
And, put it
and that's
back
where my mind went. It was like, maybe it removes from your downloads and stays as your saved.
Yes.
For, I don't know, man.
What do we know? Not Netflix. Spotify, let us know.
Ghetto Gospel. If you're listening, Spotify, if you're listening, let us know. Just in case. You never know who's listening.
You never know, exactly. Streams are going up.
Facts.
Ghetto Gospel, Rod Wave.
Okay, I gotta go pop.
I'm definitely putting Dark Lane demo tapes because God knows I bumped that a lot. What's the name of this album here? Where is it? You know what? Actually, I'm gonna end it there. There is one album I'm bumping, but that's because I do want to listen to. I do want to give it a review next week. It's I'll say the name. It came out last year. It's supposedly one of the better albums of last year. It's a UK artist. Her name is Lil Sims.
I have heard of it. Yep.
And everywhere I go, everyone's like, "This is one of the best albums. This is one of the best albums." So I did listen to the first song, and I was like, "Okay." And the reason why I actually remembered that was because I saw a thread of what's that thing called, Colors?
Yes.
And so they're posting people Colors, and I heard her, and I was like, yo, she's kind of hard.
Yeah, I love Colors, man. I really love Colors just for what they do.
After that, I was like, okay, like after I heard that, I'm like, you know what? She sold me.
And she gets respect in the UK scene. Like if you say, yo, tell me 10 UK artists I gotta listen to, Lil Sims is on, and she's only like almost every single list.
Yep, she got one of the best albums last year. Every album I went to was like Lil Sims. Top 5 was always Lil Sims, great area. So
I gotta put some respect on that because that's a name that I recognize and acknowledge and give respect to.
Yep.
But I haven't really gone in on my own.
Me neither. So
okay,
I'm gonna end it there. Next week I'm gonna give you guys a little bit more in depth on that album.
No doubt. Let's get into post-potpourri in a post-potpourri style. Triple B.
Oh, look at that! My computer just froze.
Big baller brand, Rocnation. Yes. Did you see this coming?
No.
Neither did I.
I thought they were doing their own shit independently.
Good for them.
Hey, good for them, man.
Definitely.
When things don't work out, it's good to know when to cut your losses. And I'm not saying they made a lot. They took an L, but this is a better path at the moment.
I think it speaks to just the value that they have. Like, they have value as a family, and Lonzo tried to say, fuck it, I'm doing my own thing. LaMelo for a moment, fuck it, I'm doing... No, you guys have power as a brand,
yes,
my
together,
nigga.
You guys are a brand. Independently, you guys are not the same.
So good for them for that. Let's talk about NCAA trying to compete with the G League.
I don't think they're competing with the G League, and that's the mistake everyone's making.
Okay, tell me
more. They're competing with the rules that California made, where they say if you don't pay your players, they're not going to play in your league. Everyone forgets that California...
I wasn't aware of that.
Oh, we talked about this a few months ago, where California pretty much said,
I don't remember what I think about yesterday.
NCAA, start playing your players, or our teams are not going to play in any of your tournaments.
So I'll announce that the NCAA is moving to allow students to profit off of their name, their image, as well as their likeness, starting in 2021-2022. So athletes can receive compensation for third-party endorsements and other areas like social media, personal businesses, and appearances.
Yep, they're finalizing the rules. The NCAA doesn't want to be involved in any of it, but they also don't want you making money off the NCAA.
Of course.
Some weird shit. Like NCAA
so your likeness and all this other bullshit. Okay, I mean, it's a
step in the right direction.
Yes.
So you know what? I shame
you know what's so funny
too?
Like,
props for them for that.
The JBL should have got more light, man.
It really should.
It should have got more light, man.
It wasn't set up well, man. That was the issue.
Man.
It just wasn't set up well.
Damn.
It was set up to be a LaMelo
showcase.
Yes, that's what it was.
LaMelo LiAngelo showcase with a few other players. But they were paying him like 50 racks.
Yeah, now look at these guys. They're getting 200,
500 racks. Damn. Draymond?
Oh, I wrote this. Draymond, so he continues talking shit. He's on the Zoom interviews, and he says him and Steph would have washed Shaq in pick and rolls. I know, right? Everyone was just like, yo, what are you smoking? I know they say you guys can smoke, but bro,
that's funny.
Calm down in San Francisco.
For a second,
and it's legal in San Francisco too, right?
Yup.
So yo, calm down on the gas. He said, and then Barkley came for him. Someone Twitter said he's a poor man's Dennis Rodman.
I just read the next comment here.
And then Barkley called him Mr. Triple Single, and he said you're the worst member in a boy band.
Raz B.
Do you think Draymond is trolling, or he's just coming to the realization that he's not as good as maybe he thought he was? And now he's trying to back it up by saying, nah, we won championships, and now I'm doing this.
Ego, right? Yeah. I think it's ego. I think it's, I guess, the latter part of what you said. It's a realization that he's not maybe, or maybe not necessarily it's realizing that he's not who he thought he was. It's more so saying, the industry don't think that way about you, man. Like,
well, look at what happened their season.
It's more like that, right?
Gone, and
exactly.
Like, Draymond runs this team. Oh shit!
The world don't think about you like that, man. So maybe it was like a wake up call, like that, like to some degree, to the Carmelo perspective of automatically being a starter.
Yeah, that's true.
Where he needed that wake up call type of thing. Maybe the equivalent for Draymond here.
True.
But now give
me a quick 30 seconds on this Christylezz,
Duce Palooza. He is one of the promoters within Duce Palooza, one of the faces behind the brand. So we think about Kaz, we think about Rory, we think about Christylezz. You know what I'm saying? Like exactly.
Shout out to everyone else.
And Christylezz, right? Like so he's there in the same space pushing his brand, right? He did some foul shit with women, a lot of manipulation, coercion, using his status, for lack of a better word, making a lot of women uncomfortable. The R word has been thrown around.
He threw it around?
His team, his victims, right? I don't know the correct way to label them, so I do apologize if I'm being insensitive.
I was thinking of a different R word.
Oh no, that one. I was thinking of the one the people whom he made uncomfortable and or impacted and or did these R things too.
So what's happening to him now?
He's done. He's done. He went on. Duce cut him immediately. He went on live. He's like, yo, I'm going live at 8 p.m. I got to talk about this. Bad idea. Super bad. He's like, yo, they told me not to do this, but he didn't. He was just defending him. He was like, yo, da-da-da-da-da. To the women I made uncomfortable, I get it. But rape.
That's why it's a bad idea. You're approaching it all the wrong way.
I was tweeting. I'm like, nobody. Absolutely nobody. Christylezz on IG Live right now.
Even if you were in the right, and I'm not saying he is, you're not helping yourself by what you're doing on IG Live.
Yeah, so he put himself in the dirt. More Duce information came out with one of the founders of Duce as well, kind of using the brand. So the brand is damn near done at this point if they don't react immediately.
Jay-Z related to Duce? And I'm not saying he's involved, but they automatically
Jay-Z's
employee
Jay-Z is affiliated with it, yes, because he's affiliated with Duce. Yeah. And Duce is affiliated with Palooza because they had Henny Palooza and they made like a popular club party scene atmosphere out of it. Interesting stuff to say the least.
I have a few things
disgusting stuff as well. And let's get into kind of the Canadian part of post-potpourri.
Before we get there, I have a few things.
Oh, go ahead.
In North Korea,
Kim Jong is back.
Oh, that's not what we're talking about. Okay. Shout out to, I don't know, I'm not saying shout out to that.
Nigga, hold up.
I didn't even say shout out to that.
Holy. You be saying some things sometimes.
We're not talking about that.
Damn.
I knew you were going to go there, but we're not talking about that.
Check our YouTube to see my reaction. Check our YouTube.
North Korean basketball scoring rules. Have you seen this?
Yes. Like a jump shot is 9. A layup is 13. A three-pointer is 4.
Slam dunks are 3
But 2 3-pointers in a row is 28. It's like some bullshit. Like.
Yo, you're right. You're close. Slam dunks are worth 3 points.
Imagine that.
And by the way, this is North Korea, so I'm only
because no one can slam.
Imagine the average height. Field goals in the last 3 minutes are worth 8 points.
Yep, that's crazy. Imagine you're down by 7. Like a 2-ball.
A layup.
Like an 11-footer waiting at the buzzer. 11-footer game.
3-pointers are worth 4 points if the ball swishes. And there's a point reduction for missing free throws, which I like.
Which I do like.
I kind of like that. Work on your free throws, people. And then Canadian? Yeah. I had 2 things. One is on the list.
Well, I guess just to let everyone know what's going on with the COVID stuff. Ontario, the province of Ontario, I don't know how the rest of Canada is being impacted by this. We are getting set to open up as of May 4th. As you're listening to this episode, we have started phase 1 of our reopening. I didn't read that list.
It's not really phase 1.
Well, I know. It's more business. What is phase 1?
It's a political move because this came out of nowhere. This wasn't supposed to be part of phase 1 at all.
Really?
This came out of nowhere. Someone that works in the industry, it came out of no one was expecting it.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, that's why even the people higher ups in the industry think it was a political move because construction does move the industry a lot. And they were like, hey, some of the bigger companies are probably going up to Dougie and saying, yo, Dougie, open up our companies to make some money, or you're not getting our funding.
Nonetheless, I mean, this is. But whether unexpected or not, I guess it's some form of reopening. I guess is the point I'm trying to make there. May 4th is when things are starting to reopen. Now, I had a conversation with someone 2 weeks ago about just reopening in general. And I was just saying to them, like, you really think, like, this shit's going to drag out? And they're like, yeah, maybe. Even with them saying they're going to reopen, it could just be to settle people down a little bit. It really is going to drag. I'm like, no, the fuck it ain't. They want to get this shit open up May 2-4.
Oh, they do.
They want this shit open. And I think we're going to see a great capacity of opening by the 24th of May. You heard it here first.
Here's the problem. There's no cure for this. If we open up, everyone's just going to get contact. We're going to get a second wave. That's the biggest issue right now. That's why everyone can't go
Capitalism doesn't care.
They trust me.
Capitalism doesn't care. Don't say they do.
Your economy will.
Capitalism does not care.
Start killing people and watch what happens. Let people die and watch what happens to your country's economy.
Capitalism does not care about that.
And you think they care about people dying?
The people that are, and I'm speaking from the perspective of capitalism. So to be clear, for the room. Okay, now those who are likely to be impacted are those who are either A, costing the system money already, or B, hold up.
Impacted by what?
Hold on. I'm asking. Impacted by the coronavirus.
Okay.
They're either A, costing the economy money because they're in hospital beds for cancer.
Oh, okay.
Or they're B, 80-year-olds who no longer generate money for the economy.
That's not only people getting coronavirus.
I know that. I'm talking from capitalism's perspective. Okay. So when they say we're opening everything up and people are dying and impacted from all age ranges, unfortunately, the statistics will show that the majority of those being impacted are those that are not contributing to the economy.
Do you know the rate of contamination of this?
Let me switch the thing. No, you're not getting it.
I get it, but like the contamination rate is not like what you're saying is they'll say, look at the people that are dying. Okay. We don't care. I'm saying they're going to say these hospitals are getting too packed because of how many people are coming in, fucking telling me they have coronavirus.
Right.
That's what they don't want. They don't want 2,000 people in a hospital saying, "Yo, we all have coronavirus." That's what they don't want. That's the issue.
I understand that,
and that's the issue why they can't open. It's because if they open up, we're just gonna get a second wave.
So So you're not talking about the economy then? You're talking about plugging the healthcare system.
No, I'm talking about.
That's what you mean.
They're
not going to reopen it because they don't want to plug the healthcare system.
Because you make it worse. You're saying. It's going to die. People are going to die.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's exactly why.
Agreed.
That's the whole point of everyone staying home right now.
But I also think, in the name of the greed that capitalism is, they will look at the information presented in front of them, and they'll say, "Hey, listen, we've had 8 weeks to give our healthcare system more capacity. Is it enough capacity? No, it's never enough capacity. But we feel like we've done a full-fledged effort for 8 weeks to give our healthcare system as much capacity as possible." Now, when we look at the data presented to us and we see that the majority of people being impacted by this are people that do not provide money for the economy, we are okay with opening the economy, understanding that we might get a second wave, understanding that we are plugging our healthcare system because we think we've buffed up our healthcare system. I'm just thinking from the perspective of the capitalism.
I don't think it's more than just the healthcare system. Like that's what I'm saying. Imagine we didn't isolate for the coronavirus.
Yeah, we'd be fucked.
That's what's going to happen if we open back up.
We'd be New York.
Because there's no cure.
I agree with you. Hold up. First of all, this whole time, I agree with you. I'm not saying we should open up.
You're saying the people don't care about that.
I'm saying, saying they don't give a fuck. Yeah, Capitalism don't care.
Yeah, you're right.
So that's why I said, I think they as in North America, because it's a capitalist continent. Holy shit, I forgot the word continent for a second. They don't give a fuck about that. So by May 2-4, North America wants to open up because North America don't give a fuck.
No, I believe
that's where I'm going with that.
I think
it's funny because we're, but again, apparently they like when we go back and forth, right? So the side that you're arguing on is the side that I agree with.
Yeah.
But
and
the side
I agree with you. I just don't agree that they're going to open that.
Exactly.
But I do agree that the capitalists do want the thing, and they're going to look at it like, old people, take up space, money, taxes.
Trust me. I guess final note, Canada's banning guns, assault rifles.
1,500 models.
1,500 models of assault rifles.
Yes.
Somebody tweeted, well, what's the difference between someone behind a handgun and someone... what's the difference between a handgun and an assault rifle? And the response was, the idiot behind the trigger. And I was like, I get it.
But it's not really the difference, but I get it. I was
like, I get it. I got nothing else, though.
I have one more thing.
Sure, go ahead.
Canada is officially getting the Popeye sandwich this summer. Sorry, the spicy chicken Popeye sandwich. They must have finally redone the recipe to reach Canadian standards.
Are you getting that?
I'll try it.
I'm not.
I'll try one.
Well, Canada has different rules.
I'll try one. I'm not gonna
I wasn't gonna eat that one in the States. There's all kinds of MSG and coronavirus on that one.
In the States. Their McDonald's tastes different, fam.
Yep.
And we know it. Their chicken nuggets. I thought that's the same recipe everywhere. Nope. Y'all Americans, y'all like some nasty stuff.
Dead. Okay.
That's it though.
2 hours.
Yeah,
wow. You would think with less happening,
it would be 10 minutes.
We would talk less. But I think what these quarantine episodes have allowed us to do is actually... What the fuck?
Quarantine.
Motherfucker shared something with us today. Oh, cool. I was just looking at Google Drive like, what? Oh. I didn't do that update. Huh?
Shoutouts.
I think what this quarantine has allowed us to do, of course, is to kind of give a little bit more love to the new music section.
It definitely does.
Explain that a little bit more in depth. That's where kind of the length is coming from at this point. So, some silver lining, some blessing in disguise. I received some feedback.
Blessing in disguise.
For the True North Views podcast. And I've been told that we are starting to develop our own sound.
We are.
And we're sounding less like, I won't say who we were possibly sounding like before. I'll let you ponder. I'll let you ponder on that one. But we did receive feedback that we are definitely coming into our own. So we always appreciate that kind of feedback.
And if you thought we sounded like someone, let us know from the get. Like, let us know too. Like, every feedback, is negative or positive, is good.
Yeah, that is very true.
It helps us improve. We need to know what we're doing wrong to get better.
Yeah, and the person in question in this situation...
definitely probably did tell you. I'm just saying for anyone else out there.
But yeah, no, in general, definitely. In general, if we're garbage, let us know. If we're good, let us know. If you like something, let us know. If you don't like something, let us know. Either way, when we give you 2 hours of content or 1 hour of content, whatever it may be, right? Either way, please spread that word.
All right, cue the music.
I haven't cued the music yet.
I'm cueing the music because it's 2 hours already.
Cue the music. Because that being said, we'll take us to the end. The unfortunate end of another episode of the True North Views podcast. It's been episode 104. We definitely appreciate it. Please continue that conversation by telling a friend. As usual, I go by the name Harris.
Y'all know me. I'm the Skirt Master, Mr. Triple Double No Assist himself. 71 from the TTC. You call me Just Shola.
Cheese.
And just telling number one rule. That number one rule is, two rules actually. Please stay safe out there. And the second rule is watch out for the wastemans.
Yeah, watch out for the motherfucking wastemans. You already know what it is. It's true. It's a True North Views pod. That sounded like
episode 104. You missed it.
That sounded like the fine print. It's a True North Views podcast.
Yo, the Americans know about that
episode. Real shit with your commercials.
We don't get fine print commercials.
It's like, do you want to cure this cold? Side effects include heart,
death,
disease, or death,
or
cancer. I was like, what the fuck?
Suicide thoughts.
Damn.
Ask your doctor if you start bleeding from your anus.
And then it'll show like the happy part again. Yeah, cure your cold. It's like, nigga, what? Death and blood clots?
Y'all Americans, y'all wild, man.
Man, it's like I said, it's a True North Views podcast, episode 104. Peace.